Hey everybody, how are you guys doing tonight? I'm here a little earlier than I usually am, but I have some friends who like to come and can't when it's so late, so I'm trying to make it possible for them as well. To those just coming in, welcome. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And tonight we will be reading, starting in Numbers chapter 27, and we'll be finishing Numbers and headed into Deuteronomy. I'm used to seeing you over in the regular live stream, Adam, but I had some issues and it took a minute to get it going on that side tonight. Hey Jer, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Actually, I will take a drink real quick, and then I will start reading. And again, if anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, you're in both, huh? Then the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, came near. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the leaders and all the congregation at the doorway of the tent of meeting, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, yet he was not among the congregation of those who gathered themselves together against Yahweh and the congregation of Korah. But he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be withdrawn from among his family, because he had no son? Give us a possession among our father's brothers. So Moses brought their case near before Yahweh. Excuse me. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad are right in their statements. You shall surely give them a possession for an inheritance among their father's brothers, and you shall have the inheritance of their father pass on to them. Further, you shall speak to the sons of Israel, saying, If a man dies and has no son, then you shall have his inheritance pass on to his daughter. And if he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. And if he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. And if his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his blood relative in his own family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be a statutory judgment to the sons of Israel, just as Yahweh commanded Moses. Oh, hey, Carla. I was hoping you'd be able to make it tonight if I made it a little earlier. How are you doing? Then Yahweh said to Moses, Go up to this mountain of Abarim and see the land which I have given to the sons of Israel. So when you have seen it, you too will be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother was. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of the congregation, you rebelled against my command to treat me as holy before their eyes. These are the waters of Meribah of Kadesh for them, and who will lead them out and bring them in, so that the congregation of Yahweh will not be like sheep, which have no shepherd. Oh, it looks like I'm having some issues with the stream. I forgot to put my hotspot on. That always works a little bit better back here in my room, so give me just... and start it again. It wouldn't be my stream if we didn't have some issues, right? Here we go. Now it's working. Okay. All should be well. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, and I am reading from the LSB translation. It's like the updated version of the NASB. and I haven't found any issues. I went and looked through all of the usual verses that tend to be issues in newer versions. Hey Rebel, how are you? And this one doesn't seem to have any issues that I've found as yet. And I do like that it says Yahweh and Yeshua instead of just Lord and stuff. See, I can't hear anything. Oh, because you're in a loud place. I was going to say, I'm not muted. Okay. So I will take it back a little bit since that I'm not sure where that cut me off. All right. Then Moses spoke to Yahweh, saying, May Yahweh, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation who will go out and come in before them, and who will lead them out and bring them in, so that the congregation of Yahweh will not be like sheep which have no shepherd. So Yahweh said to Moses, Take Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him, and have him stand before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and commission him in their sight. And you shall put some of your splendor on him, in order that all the congregation of the sons of Israel may obey him. Moreover, he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire for him by the judgment of the Urim before Yahweh. At his command they shall go out, and at his command they shall come in, both he and the sons of Israel with him, even all the congregation. So Moses did just as Yahweh commanded him, and he took Joshua and had him stand before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. Then he laid his hands on him and commissioned him, just as Yahweh had spoken by the hand of Moses. And that was chapter 27 of Numbers. Oh, yeah, you know, actually, while I'm thinking about it, I got these things. They're from Flare Audio. You guys may have seen their ads. They're these little, they're almost like sort of a sheath that you put in your ear. And I don't know, I've been trying to get used to them. They're like, they kind of stop some of the different pitches of sounds you hear, because I get a lot of pain in my ears, and also I get overstimulated really easily. So I've been trying to kind of get used to these. I forgot about them today. But usually I can't use earbuds, and especially headphones, because they hurt my head. It feels like my head is in a vice. Numbers chapter 28. Welcome to those just coming in. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel, and say to them, You shall be careful to bring near my offering, my food for my offerings by fire of a soothing aroma to me, at their appointed time. And you shall say to them, This is the offering by fire which you shall bring near to Yahweh, 2 male lambs 1 year old without blemish, as a continual burnt offering every day. You shall offer the 1 lamb in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at twilight. Also 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour for a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering which was ordained in Mount Sinai as a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to Yahweh. Then the drink offering with it shall be 1/4 of a hin of each lamb. In the holy place you shall pour out a drink offering. That's for each lamb. Of strong drink to Yahweh. And the other lamb you shall offer at twilight, as the grain offering of the morning, and as its drink offering you shall offer it, an offering by fire, a soothing aroma to Yahweh. Then on the Sabbath day 2 male lambs 1 year old without blemish, and 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil as the grain offering and its drink offering. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, in addition to the continual burnt offering and its drink offering. Yes, baby?
Pause.
Okay. Hang on, guys. Give me Give me just a second here. My son is needing to show me something. I'm going to put my little AFK on. It'll just take a minute. Okay. Sorry about that. Then at the beginning of each of your months, you shall bring near a burnt offering to Yahweh, 2 bulls from the herd and 1 ram, 7 male lambs 1 year old without blemish, and 3/10 of an ephah of flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for each bull, and 2/10 of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for the 1 ram, and 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering for each lamb, for a burnt offering of a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to Yahweh. And their drink offerings shall be 1/2 hin of wine for a bull, and 1/3 of a hin for the ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering of each month throughout the months of the year, and 1 male goat for a sin offering to Yahweh. It shall be offered with its drink offering in addition to the continual burnt offering. Then on the 14th day of the first month shall be the Passover of Yahweh. And on the 15th day of this month shall be a feast. Unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. You shall bring near an offering by fire, a burnt offering to Yahweh, 2 bulls from the herd and 1 ram and 7 male lambs 1 year old. They shall be for you without blemish. Now as for their grain offering, you shall offer fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for a bull, and 2/10 for the ram. 1/10 of an ephah you shall offer for each of the 7 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you. You shall offer these besides the burnt offering of the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner you shall offer daily for 7 days. The food of the offering by fire, of a soothing aroma to Yahweh, it shall be offered with its drink offering in addition to the continual burnt offering. Now on the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. Also on the day of the first fruits, when you bring near a new grain offering to Yahweh in your feast of weeks, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. And you shall bring near a burnt offering for a soothing aroma to Yahweh, 2 bulls from the herd, 1 ram, 7 male lambs 1 year old, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, also 1 male goat to make atonement for you. Besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering, you shall offer them with their drink offerings. They shall be without blemish. And that was Numbers chapter 28. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I am always happy to pray for anybody who needs it. I'm going to check the comments. Yes, I have, Jer. I've read, let me see. Do you mean out loud on here or to myself or total? Because I read, starting on New Year's, I read the Bible in chronological order in about, I don't know if it was 5 or 6 weeks that it took us. It was a lot quicker than I meant it to be. And then I started this reading, which is cover to cover, which is going a lot more slowly. For myself, I have read it in chronological order once personally, and I've read the Bible, let me see, maybe 6 or 8 times. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. But in general, yeah, between 6 and 10 times total. Between out loud readings and for my own study. Joseph? Or do you mean Josiah? Josiah Queen? I'm not sure if I know the new song yet. Trying to get used to these things in my ears. I think the worst part about them is they do make me hear myself more clearly, which I don't care for. Okay. Numbers chapter 29. Again, if anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Yeah, Josiah Queen. I wasn't aware he was coming out with another new one. Although it wouldn't be surprised me if he has another album coming out ahead of his tour, or maybe his tour is already going. My son has tickets, and I want to say it's next month. Hi, baby. You have a kibble? Oh, no. If Wheezy is feeling sleepy, she can come sleep on her pillow here on the desk one. No rush, just if she's sleepy and wants to, okay? Okay. So, Numbers chapter 29. And again, I am reading from the LSB now. It's the Legacy Standard Bible, I think it is what it is. It's the updated version, or an updated version of the New American Standard. Now in the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, you shall also have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. It will be to you a day for blowing trumpets, and you shall offer a burnt offering as a soothing aroma to Yahweh, 1 bull from the herd, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs 1 year old without blemish. Also their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the ram, and 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs. And offer 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you, besides the burnt offering of the new moon and its grain offering, and the continual burnt offering and its grain offering, and their drink offerings, according to their legal judgment, for a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to Yahweh. Then on the 10th day of the 7th month you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall humble yourselves. You shall not do any work, and you shall bring near a burnt offering to Yahweh as a soothing aroma. Oh, hi, Wheezy Cake. You want to come and be with me? Oh, come here, baby. Okay. You hurt? Don't worry me. You seem to cry when your back legs are touched or something. Here, baby. Go up on your pillow. Look, even you can have this little stuffy Shiloh left for us if you want. Okay. Thank you, baby. And you shall bring near a burnt offering to Yahweh as a soothing aroma, 1 bull from the herd, 1 ram, 7 male lambs 1 year old, having them without blemish, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the sin offering of atonement, and the continual burnt offering and its grain offering, and their drink offerings. Then on the 15th day, hi, I love you. Then on the 15th day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work, and you shall celebrate a feast to Yahweh for 7 days. And you shall bring near a burnt offering, an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to Yahweh. 13 bulls from the herd, 2 rams, 14 male lambs 1 year old, which are without blemish, and their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each of the 13 bulls, 2/10 for each of the 2 rams, and 1/10 for each of the 14 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. Yeah, Josiah's a good name. I like it. Then on the 2nd day, 12 bulls from the herd, 2 rams, 14 male lambs 1 year old without blemish, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings. Then on the 3rd day, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs 1 year old without blemish, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. Then on the 4th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without blemish, their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. Then on the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without blemish, and their grain offering, and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and its grain offering, and its drink offering. Then on the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without blemish, and their grain offering, and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offerings. Then on the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, 1 year old without blemish, and their grain offering, and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. And I need to take a drink myself. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. This isn't the most exciting chapter in the Bible, but it's there for a reason, so we will read it. Okay. On the 8th day you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall do no laborious work, but you shall bring near a burnt offering, an offering by fire, as a soothing aroma to Yahweh. 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs, 1 year old without blemish, their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bull, for the ram, and for the lambs, by their number according to the legal judgment, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. You shall offer these to Yahweh at your appointed times, besides your votive offerings and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings and for your grain offerings and for your drink offerings and for your peace offering. And Moses spoke to the sons of Israel according to all that Yahweh had commanded Moses. And that was chapter 29 of Numbers. Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. God bless you. Also, I would certainly not hate it if you would hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And if you know somebody who might want to hear the word of God or might need prayer sometime, feel free to share the live or the channel in general to them. Anybody is welcome to request prayer on any of my videos in my YouTube community or on my Discord as well. And the link for the Discord is in the pinned comment on each of these live streams. Okay. We'll be reading through to the end of Numbers and then carrying on into Deuteronomy as well tonight. And this is Numbers chapter 30. Then Moses spoke to the heads of the tribes of the sons of Israel, saying, This is the word which Yahweh has commanded. If a man makes a vow to Yahweh or swears an oath to bind himself with a binding obligation, he shall not violate his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. Also, if a woman makes a vow to Yahweh and binds herself by an obligation in her father's house in her youth, and her father hears her vow and her obligation by which she has bound herself, and her father says nothing to her, then all her vows shall stand, and every obligation by which she has bound herself shall stand. But if her father should forbid her on the day he hears of it, none of her vows or her obligations by which she has bound herself shall stand, and Yahweh will pardon her because her father had forbidden her. However, if she should marry while under her vows, or the rash statement of her lips by which she has bound herself, and her husband hears of it and says nothing to her on the day he hears it, then her vows shall stand, and her obligations by which she has bound herself shall stand. But if on the day her husband hears it, he forbids her, then he shall annul her vow which she is under, and the rash statement of her lips by which she has bound herself, and Yahweh will pardon her. But the vow of a widow or of a divorced woman, everything by which she has bound herself shall stand against her. However, if she vowed in her husband's house or bound herself by an obligation with an oath, and her husband heard it, but said nothing to her and did not forbid her, then all her vows shall stand, and every obligation by which she bound herself shall stand. But if her husband indeed annuls them on the day he hears them, then whatever proceeds out of her lips concerning her vows or concerning the obligation of herself shall not stand. Her husband has annulled them, and Yahweh will pardon her. Every vow and every binding oath to humble herself, her husband may cause it to stand, or her husband may annul it. But if her husband indeed says nothing to her from day to day, then he causes all her vows or all her obligations which are on her to stand. He has caused them to stand because he said nothing to her on the day he heard them. But if he indeed annuls them after he has heard them, then he shall bear her guilt. These are the statutes which Yahweh commanded Moses, as between a man and his wife, and as between a father and his daughter, while she is in her youth in her father's house. And that was chapter 30 of Numbers. Give me just 1 second. Welcome to those just coming in. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And I would love to get to know you, so feel free to drop down in the comments and say hello. You can also join us over on Discord, and the link for that is in the pinned comment. So we are going into Numbers chapter 31. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Take full vengeance for the sons of Israel on the Midianites. Afterward you will be gathered to your people." And Moses spoke to the people, saying, "Arm men from among you for the war, that they may go against Midian to execute Yahweh's vengeance on Midian. 1,000 from each tribe of all the tribes of Israel you shall send to the war." So there were furnished from the thousands of Israel 1,000 from each tribe, 12,000 armed for war. Oh, Katrina, you're here, you sneaky little thing. What? Why is it green? That's cool. It made it very easy to see that you spoke, that's for sure. How are you doing? I responded to your message earlier. Yes, baby.
So I looked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12, because that's what one of the Minecraft XP said.
Really? Wow. Well, Carla's been a member for a few months now, and I don't think I've ever noticed hers do that.
And then I said,
maybe it's new.
And then I said the mod's name,
Yeah.
which is Broken Squid, and it gave me Squid Games.
Oh, we don't do Squid Games, remember?
Just gave me nothing I want.
Oh no, my butterflies.
From Minecraft.
Huh, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that, but you could talk to Avery or Steven. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, well that's neat. Cool. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but I've never been a member on YouTube either, so I don't really know how it looks on your guys' side. But that's cool. It was really nice that I could be able to see you so clearly. What is well, maybe you don't want to talk about it. If you do want to talk about whatever the news is, you know, you can always talk to me on Discord. And in fact, I could probably send you my phone number to text me on Discord too, if you prefer that. I'm not on Discord often. It's just when I get the notifications or if I'm here at my computer. But let's lift you up. Father God, I pray for my sister Katrina tonight, Lord, and I ask that you just cover her with your peace and your strength. Help her to process this news that she's received, Lord, and help her to remember that we know the end game, Lord, and we know that you will take everything and turn it for good. And I ask, Lord, that you just wrap your arms around her, Lord. She's been struggling with a few things for a while now, and I ask that you just give her peace and strength to get through it. Help her to rest easy and also to rest in you and just to feel your presence, Lord. And we thank you so much for Katrina. She's such a blessing here to us. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, yeah, always definitely message me if you want to. Even if you just want to send gifts back and forth. I know you and I seem to do that when we're in the Discord. We can do that. Or if you want to, you know, send me voice messages, even if it's just a scream. If you need somebody to hear you scream, I'm here for you, girl, okay? You're welcome. And yes, amen. And welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. We are in the middle of Numbers chapter 31, and I'm actually going to open my window a little bit. It's got a little too warm in here for me. I mean, I could take off my hoodie, but nah. I had crazy dreams last night, you guys. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad it's not bad, but I know how it is when you have to kind of just work through things. Well, that's okay. You're here listening to the word. And are you on, I feel like we talked about this. Are you on the Bible app, the YouVersion? Carla's on there, I know. And we actually can do, we haven't yet, I don't think, but we can like share Bible studies and stuff like that. Yeah, I had a really weird night. Okay, so I woke up at one point and I was drenched in sweat, like terribly drenched. Like it was weird. I got up, I changed and everything, and I went back to bed, and it took me a little bit to get back to sleep. And then I had these really, really weird dreams. Like there was a mountain lion, and it was in this RV we were in, and the cat, this mountain lion, was coming after my cat Daniel. And I stepped in between and blocked it and like fought it off. And it took on Daniel's coloring and changed into like a jaguar or something. And then it just got weirder from there. It was just really strange. I haven't had crazy dreams like that in a little while. And then once I woke up from that, I was even worse, drenched in sweat. It was really weird. So yeah. And then I got up from there. Changed again, you know. Ugh. Oh, yeah, they have this. That's the app I'm using to show the text on the screen for you guys too. Just because I can make it a black screen and yeah, it was weird. I've been known my whole life though for very weird and very vivid dreams. My family, it was a big joke. They would say, "I have a dream," like Martin Luther King, every time I woke up because I had always had a crazy dream to talk about. Avery has the same thing. He has very, very vivid dreams. Oh, I don't. I have definitely had dreams that I know were God, revealing or reminding me or whatever of things. But I don't think most dreams are inherently that. I think it's just your brain kind of sorting through whatever's going on. Oh yeah, I've definitely had the tempting dreams as well. Or the dreams where you're mistreated by someone that would never treat you that way. Oftentimes the dreams that I have of my mom, which are few and far between. I've only had a handful of dreams since I lost her, and most of them are bad. I've had one that was good, and a lot of times in the dream she's either ignoring me or treating me like she can't stand me, kind of thing, which, I mean, we were best friends, very close. So. Oh, hello, Daniel. I was just talking about you. And how are you? But Shiloh says hello. Katrina is here.
Hi, Katrina.
Jer.
Hi, Drill.
Jer.
Chill.
Rebel. Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Let's see. I think that's it that have announced themselves. Daniel the Mountain Lion.
Daniel the Mountain Lion.
Katrina says hello back.
Have some of this?
No, those are Kenny's.
Oh. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him. Is Avery up there doing dishes? Okay. All right, let me continue on here in Numbers chapter 31. Again, if anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, thanks, Jer. I lost my mom in 2003. I was 21 at the time, and I miss her tremendously. Okay, and Moses sent them 1,000 from each tribe to the war, and Phinehas the son of Eleazar the priest to the war with them, and the holy vessels and the trumpets for the alarm in his hand. So they made war against Midian, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses, and they killed every male. They killed the kings of Midian along with the rest of their slain, Evi and Rechem and Zur and Hur and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam, the son of Beor, with the sword. And the sons of Israel captured the women of Midian and their little ones and all their cattle and all their flocks and all their goods they plundered. Then they burned all their cities where they lived and all their camps with fire. And they took all the spoil and all the loot, both of man and of beast. And they brought the captives and the loot and the spoil to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to the congregation of the sons of Israel. Oh, hey, you're home. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. Do you remember I've been telling you for, the last year and a half, we've been playing this campaign?
Yeah.
That on the distant horizon, there's been these horrible beasts called planar beings.
Oh, did you get there?
We finally got...
Give me just a second here, guys. I'm going to put up my AOK for just a minute because my son just walked through the door. I'll be right back.
I didn't know that you didn't know about the Rider campaign, and so
Oh, yeah. No, that's okay.
I had to go short note. I did a bunch of dishes yesterday, and not
I know.
many dishes I could have. I did quite a few dishes yesterday to make up for the fact. I was going to do more dishes this morning, but
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to do more.
But later, in a couple hours after my live, maybe we can do our Ezekiel study. Zechariah. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. It means embroidered. I wonder if that's where Rakim comes from. That might even be how it's pronounced. What grade would I go back to? I would not go back to a grade. If I was forced to, it would be 3rd grade because I loved my 3rd grade teacher. Okay. And they brought the captives and the loot. Let me make sure I'm unmuted on both. I am. And they brought the captives and the loot and the spoil to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to the congregation of the sons of Israel to the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by the Jordan opposite Jericho. And Moses and Eleazar the priest and all the leaders of the congregation went out to meet them outside the camp. And Moses was angry with the officers of the army, the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, who had come from service in the war. So Moses said to them, "Have you spread..." I'm so sorry, that's a terrible... "Have you spared all the women? Behold, these caused the sons of Israel, through the word of Balaam, to act unfaithfully against Yahweh in the matter of pure. So the plague was among the congregation of Yahweh. So now, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has known man intimately. But all the girls who have not known man intimately, spare for yourselves. And you, camp outside the camp 7 days. Whoever has killed any person, and whoever has touched any slain, purify yourselves, you and your captives, on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and you shall purify for yourselves every garment and every article of leather and all the work of goat's hair and all articles of wood." Then Eleazar the priest said to the men of war who had gone to battle, "This is the statute of the law which Yahweh has commanded Moses. Only the gold and the silver, the bronze, the iron, the tin, and the lead, everything that can stand the fire, you shall pass through the fire, and it shall be clean. But it shall be purified with water for impurity. But whatever cannot stand the fire, you shall pass through the water. And you shall wash your clothes on the 7th day and be clean, and afterward you may enter the camp." Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "You and Eleazar the priest and the heads of the fathers' households of the congregation take account of the loot that was captured, both of man and of animal, and divide the loot between the warriors who went out to battle and all the congregation. And you shall exact a levy for Yahweh from the men of war who went out to battle, 1 in 500 of the persons, and of the cattle, and of the donkeys, and of the sheep. Take it from their half and give it to Eleazar the priest as a contribution to Yahweh. And from the sons of Israel's half, you shall take 1 drawn out of every 50 of the persons, of the cattle, of the donkeys, and of the sheep, from all the animals, and give them to the Levites who keep charge of the tabernacle of Yahweh." Moses and Eleazar the priest did just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. Now the loot that remained from the plunder which the men of war had plundered was 675,000 sheep, and 72,000 cattle, and 61,000 donkeys. Sorry, Daniel had to be picked up. And of human beings, of the women who had not known man intimately, all the persons were 32,000. And the half, the portion of those who went out to war, was as follows. The number of sheep was 337,500, and the levy of Yahweh from the sheep was 675, and the cattle were 36,000, from which the levy of Yahweh was 72, and the donkeys were 30,500, from which the levy of Yahweh was 61, and the human beings were 16,000, from whom the levy of Yahweh was 32 persons. And Moses gave the levy, which was the contribution to Yahweh, to Eleazar the priest, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. As for the sons of Israel's half, which Moses separated from the men who had gone to war, now the congregation's half was 337,500 sheep, and 36,000 cattle, and 30,500 donkeys, and the human beings were 16,000. And from the sons of Israel's half, Moses took one drawn out of every 50, both of man and of animals, and gave them to the Levites who kept the responsibility of the tabernacle of Yahweh, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. Do you want to lay up with Weezy? Come here, Daniel. I'll hold you if you want. Okay. Then the officers who were over the thousands of the army, the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, came near to Moses, and they said to Moses, "Your servants have taken a census of men of war who are in our charge, and no man of us is missing. So we have brought near as an offering to Yahweh what each man found: articles of gold, armlets and bracelets, signet rings, earrings and necklaces, to make atonement for ourselves before Yahweh." And Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold from them, all kinds of crafted articles, and all the gold from the contribution offering which they raised up in offering to Yahweh, from the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, was 16,750 shekels. The men of war had taken plunder, every man for himself. So Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold from the commanders of thousands and of hundreds, and they brought it to the tent of meeting as a memorial for the sons of Israel before Yahweh. You can't sit on the keyboard, baby. Okay, and that was Numbers chapter 31. Hi, Daniel. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're so full of love. Yes. Okay. I don't know that I've heard the DNA spells Yahweh, but I have seen that, I can't even think of it right now, but something in our body is the shape of a cross. And there's so many things like that. See, I'm using my phone as a mic because it has a mic. Tablet mic doesn't work, but the mic on my phone, that's the one that I'm playing Minecraft with. I don't like typing because I type slow. Oh, okay. All right. Welcome to those who have joined since I said it last. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm always more than happy to pray for anybody who requests. And I'm going to take a drink, and then we will carry on to chapter 32. Oh, Danny boy, you are so sweet. Here, let's bring the microphone over here so the people in the mainstream can hear you purr. You guys hear him? Oh, he is full of love. I'm so blessed with all these wonderful kibbies, that's for sure. Okay. Has anybody else read the LSB translation? How are you liking that it says Yahweh? I really like that. Okay. Numbers chapter 32. Now the sons of Reuben and the sons of Gad had an exceedingly large number of livestock. And they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that it was indeed a place suitable for livestock. So the sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben came and spoke to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to the leaders of the congregation, saying, Adaroth, Dibon, Jazer, Nimrah, Heshbon, Elealeh, Sabam, Nebo, and beyond, the land which Yahweh struck before the congregation of Israel, is a land for livestock, and your servants have livestock. And they said, If we have found favor in your sight, let this land be given to your servants as a possession. Do not take us across the Jordan. But Moses said to the sons of Gad and to the sons of Reuben, Shall your brothers go to war while you yourselves sit here? Now why are you discouraging the sons of Israel from crossing over into the land which Yahweh has given them? This is what your fathers did when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. Indeed, they went up to the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, and they discouraged the sons of Israel so that they did not go into the land which Yahweh had given them. So Yahweh's anger burned in that day, and he swore an oath, saying, None of the men who came up from Egypt, from 20 years old and upward, shall see the land which I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. For they did not follow me fully, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, and Joshua the son of Nun, for they have followed Yahweh fully. So Yahweh's anger burned against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until the entire generation of those who had done evil in the sight of Yahweh, was brought to an end. Now behold, you have risen up in your father's place, a brood of sinful men, to add still more to the burning anger of Yahweh against Israel. For if you turn away from following him, he will once more abandon them in the wilderness, and you will destroy all these people. Daniel, do you want to go lay there? No? Okay, well, let me fix myself here so we can both be comfortable. Then they came near to him and said, We will build here sheepfolds for our livestock and cities for our little ones, but we ourselves will be armed, ready to go before the sons of Israel, until we have brought them to their place, and our little ones live in the fortified cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return to our homes until every one of the sons of Israel has possessed his inheritance. For we will not have an inheritance with them on the other side of the Jordan and beyond, because our inheritance has fallen to us on this side of the Jordan east. Hey, Weezy. So Moses said to them, If you will do this, if you will arm yourselves before Yahweh for the war, and all of you armed men cross over the Jordan before Yahweh until he has dispossessed his enemies from before him, and the land is subdued before Yahweh, then afterward you shall return and be free of obligation toward Yahweh and toward Israel, and this land shall be yours for a possession before Yahweh. But if you will not do so, behold, you have sinned against Yahweh, and be sure your sin will find you out. Build yourselves cities for your little ones and sheepfolds for your sheep, and do what you have promised. And the sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben spoke to Moses, saying, Your servants will do just as my Lord commands. Our little ones, our wives, our livestock, and all our cattle shall remain there in the cities of Gilead. But your servants, every one who is armed for war, will cross over in the presence of Yahweh to battle, just as my Lord says. So Moses gave a command concerning them to Eleazar the priest, and to Joshua the son of Nun, and to the heads of the fathers' households of the tribes of the sons of Israel. And Moses said to them, If the sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben, everyone who is armed for battle, will cross with you over the Jordan in the presence of Yahweh, and the land is subdued before you, then you shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession. But if they will not cross over with you armed, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben answered, saying, As Yahweh has said to your servants, so we will do. We ourselves will cross over armed in the presence of Yahweh into the land of Canaan, and the possession of our inheritance shall remain with us across the Jordan. So Moses gave to them, to the sons of Gad, and to the sons of Reuben, and to the half-tribe of Joseph's son Manasseh, the kingdom of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, the king of Bashan, the land with its cities with their territories, the cities of the surrounding land. And the sons of Gad built Dibon, and Ataroth, and Aroer, and Atroth-Shophan, and Jazer, and Jogbehah, and Beth-Nimrah, and Beth-Haran as fortified cities, and sheepfolds for sheep. And the sons of Reuben built Heshbon, and Elealeh, and Kiriathaim, and Nebo, and Baal-Meon, their names being changed, and Sibmah, and they gave other names to the cities which they built. And the sons of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead, and took it, and dispossessed the Amorites who were in it. So Moses gave Gilead to Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he lived in it. And Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took its towns, and called them Havoth-Jair. And Noba went and took Kenath and its towns, or Kenath, and its towns, and called it Noba, after his own name. And that was Numbers chapter 32. Oh yeah, I've heard the 33 vertebrae thing. I'm not sure about that, but I think it's interesting. December 25th. He wasn't actually born on December 25th. Okay. Trying to balance the kitten here, who's holding my hand down that I'm trying to use a mouse with. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink and then read chapter 33. Here, Daniel. It's best if you lay either on the bed or up with Wheezy. What do you think? Can Daniel lay with you? You don't want to lay there? Alright, here. Yami will move some of her craft stuff just for you. Oh, and my tack stuff. I still have to file my tax. You want to lay on the tack stuff? That's not very cozy. Here, let me get the tack stuff. I will move that over to here. Alright, and I will get you my sweater. And I can lay my sweater down for you. Is that okay?
One of my secret gloves from my stash.
Shiloh.
Look, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not.
you're goofy. Oh, do you want to go to the bed or you want to lay up here? I put the sweater down for you. Okay, let's not knock everything off again. That, alright?
Oh, my toe.
Shiloh, can you get Daniel to the bed? Okay. Or you can kick everything around. That works. Oh, it's always a little chaotic here at Mama Church's house, that's for sure.
Okay.
Are you able to hear now, Rebel? And I am still too hot, so I'm going to actually take my hoodie off. Even though I prefer to keep it on. Having issues regulating my body temperature today, I guess. Alright. How is everybody doing? Oh good, I'm glad you can hear Rebel. John here tonight? James usually comes around 10. But it also kind of depends on notifications. Okay. I have to move things around so I can see my monitor again because Daniel kicked everything over off of my ledge area. There we go. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, she is working. Numbers chapter 33. These are the journeys of the sons of Israel by which they came out from the land of Egypt by their armies, by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And Moses wrote down their starting places according to their journeys by the command of Yahweh, and these are their journeys according to their starting places. They journeyed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month. On the next day after the Passover, the sons of Israel started out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. But the Egyptians were burying all their firstborn whom Yahweh had struck down among them. Yahweh had also executed judgments on their gods. Then the sons of Israel journeyed from Ramses and camped in Succoth. They journeyed from Succoth and camped in Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They journeyed from Etham and turned back to Pi-Hahiroth, which faces Baal-Zephon, and they camped before Migdal. They journeyed from before Hahiroth and passed through the midst of the sea into the wilderness. And they went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. Let me see. Comments. Jer said, you know that prayer that you did ever since then? I've been having less intrusive thoughts. They're still there, but there's way less. I thank you. You're more than welcome. And you can always reach out and ask for prayer either on any of my content or in my YouTube community or over on the Discord too. You can just shoot me a message too if you wanted to ask. But my prayer is no more, heeded by God than yours would be. Always remember that, if Jesus is Lord of your life, you have the Holy Spirit, and you, just the same as anybody else, can command evil to leave in the name of Jesus, right? You have that authority through him with the Holy Spirit. Take every thought captive under the authority of Jesus Christ and take it and test it against the word. Does it match up with the word and what the Lord says about us? If not, cast it away. Call it for what it is. It's garbage, it's evil, it's untrue. And send it out, and speak Jesus over your life. Also remember that there is life and death in the power of the tongue. So while Satan himself is not, omnipotent, omnipresent, he does have minions. And if you're saying out loud things that can be used against you, that's always best not to, especially if you're like, just say, for instance, I don't like myself. I don't like this about myself, or I wish I could change this, or I wish I could change that, or I wish people didn't like, or I wish people liked this about me and they didn't dislike this, that sort of thing. And then they'll be in your ear just using that against you. So you can pray just the same, but I'm always happy to pray for anybody because there is power in prayer and there's power in numbers. And iron sharpens iron, right? Excuse me. I'm going to take a quick drink before I continue reading. Also, remember the full armor of God. Do you know what that is? That's Ephesians. Let me see. I'm trying to remember which. I think it's Ephesians anyway. Okay. Yeah, Ephesians chapter 6, 10 through 18. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to read it for you. Ephesians 6, 10 through... Well, I'm going to just do 8 through 20 to make sure we have good context. Hi, baby.
I'm wearing a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And this.
Yeah.
My stroke being not myself, my stroke.
Yeah, your shark jacket. Okay, it's Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Okay, it's fine. Finally, be strong in the Lord. Actually, let me see which... Yeah. Okay. Let me start again here. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the might of his strength. Put on the full armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the full armor of God so that you will be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything, to stand firm. Stand firm, therefore, having girded your loins with truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. In addition to all... Hey, Scooch, you cannot step on the foam, sir. In addition to all, having taken up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, also receive the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying at all times with all prayer and petition in the Spirit, and to this end being on the alert with all perseverance and petition for all the saints, as well as on my behalf, that, and then it carries on. Cracker, behave yourself. Oh, hey, Hugo. How are you? Yes, I love I love Ephesians. I mean, I love the Bible. Let's just be real, but that is a good one. Okay, Cracker. Here, look. There's a place you can lay right here if you'd like. But you're not going to be up here just knocking stuff off the desk. Oh, I see you want my attention. And that's fine too, as long as you don't step on the keyboard or the phone or the mouse. Oh, first thing he does is step on the keyboard. Oh, no. Sorry, that was him. Hi. Are you a good boy? Yes, you are. All right. Okay, no, go over to bed. No, sir. I'm going to have to call somebody to come and get you if you can't behave. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, Cracker, can you just lay down, my darling? Please. Hey, stop stepping on the keyboard, sir. Oh, my word. Stay there. Stay there and behave. All right. Hey. No. Sit. He said, I'm not a dog. Sit there. Lay down. Relax. Okay. They journeyed from Marah and came to Elim. And in Elim there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. They journeyed from Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They journeyed from the Red Sea and camped in the wilderness of Sin. They journeyed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah. No, you don't need iodine. No, you don't, sir. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to send him packing. I love you, Cracker, but I am busy. They don't want to listen to me reprimanding kids. Sorry. Spoiled little things. Okay. Sorry about that. They journeyed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah. They journeyed from Dophkah and camped at Alesh. They journeyed from Alesh and camped at Rephidim. Now it was there that the people had no water to drink. They journeyed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. They journeyed from the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. They journeyed from Kibroth Hattaavah and camped at Hazeroth. They journeyed from Hazeroth and camped at Rithmah. They journeyed from Rithmah and camped at Ramon Perez. They journeyed from Ramon Perez and camped at Libnah. They journeyed from Libnah and camped at Rissa. They journeyed from Rissa and camped at Kehelatha? I don't know. Kehelatha, I think. They journeyed from Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shafir, or Shepher, who knows. They journeyed from Mount Shepher and camped at Heradah. They journeyed from Heradah and camped at Machalath. They journeyed from Machalath and camped at Tahath. They journeyed from Tahath and camped at Terah. They journeyed from Terah and camped at Mithkah. They journeyed from Mithkah and camped at Hashmanah. They journeyed from Hashmanah and camped at Moseroth. They journeyed from Moseroth and camped at Ben Jakin. They journeyed from Ben Jakin and camped at Hor Haggidgad. They journeyed from Hor Haggidgad and camped at Jokbathah. They journeyed from Jokbathah and camped at Abronah. They journeyed from Abronah and camped at Ezion-Geber. I'm glad you're doing good, Hugo. I'm okay. They journeyed from Ezion-Geber and camped in the wilderness of Zin, that is, Kadesh. They journeyed from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor at the edge of the land of Edom. Then Aaron the priest went up to Mount Hor at the command of Yahweh, and he died there in the 40th year after the sons of Israel had come from the land of Egypt on the first day in the 5th month. Now Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. Excuse me. Now the Canaanite, the king of Arad, who lived in the Negev in the land of Canaan, heard when the sons of Israel were coming. Then they journeyed from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmunna. They journeyed from Zalmunna and camped at Punon. They journeyed from Punon and camped at Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Iabarim. That's Iabarim. At the border of Moab. They journeyed from Iam and camped at Dibon Gad. They journeyed from Dibon Gad and camped at Almon Diblathaim. They journeyed from Almon Diblathaim and camped in the mountains of Abarim before Nebo. They journeyed from the mountains of Abarim and camped in the plains of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho. They camped by the Jordan from Beth Jeshimoth as far as Abel Shittim in the plains of Moab. We're going to make it through it. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho, saying, "Oh, we see you fell. Oh, my darling, I need to get you a proper bed for the death. I know. Poor honey. There you go." Then Yahweh spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, when you cross over the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall dispossess all the inhabitants of the land from before you and destroy all their carved stones and destroy all their molten images and demolish all their high places, and you shall take possession of the land and inhabit it, for I have given the land to you to possess it. I'm sorry, my kids are hollering in the background. Hey, you guys are being awful loud. Can you keep your voices down a little bit when you're down here?
Yeah, but look.
I'm looking.
I'm gonna make mocha disappear out of nowhere. Watch.
Okay, let's see. Are we?
I'm summoning a.
Oh, we aren't summoning, are we?
I'm summoning a mocha.
Oh, no. I don't like that. Hey. Don't like that.
No, I'm not summoning
All right. Well, that noise you're making, I didn't like that. What marker do you have? Is that a dry erase marker? Let me look at it. Huh? Yeah, that's a dry erase marker, so make sure you don't write on anything with that, okay?
Okay.
There's... Oh, goodness. Youngins, they have such imaginations. Sometimes it's hard to figure out how to explain to them where lines need to be drawn, you know? And you shall inherit the land by lot according to your families. To the larger you shall give a larger inheritance, and to the smaller you shall give a smaller inheritance. Wherever the lot falls to anyone, that shall be his. You shall inherit according to the tribes of your fathers. But if you do not dispossess the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it will be that those whom you let remain of them will become as pricks in your eyes and as thorns in your sides, and they will trouble you in the land which you inhabit, and it will be as I planned to do to them, so I will do to you." And that was Numbers chapter 33. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. I hope you are doing well tonight. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And you're more than welcome to jump down in the comments and make a friend. Tell us about yourself. Share a praise report or request prayer. Or just listen. That's fine too. You're welcome here. I'm going to take a drink. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe buttons, that would sure bless me. Now I inhaled it. Oops. I'm going to put down in the comments the text of that verse that I was reading a moment ago from Ephesians. Passage, I should say. And I will put it in its full context. Just a second to get that pasted. Even me being the the one running the stream, even I am limited to 200 characters for each comment, so I have to kind of cut and paste as I go. It will take me a second to get it posted. I really feel like as the, quote unquote owner of the stream or whatever, you should be able to have more characters in your comments, but that's okay. And I will have to do it in 2 separate streams, so it'll take a second. But I'm going to get it done. Alright. And this again is the armor of God from Ephesians chapter 6. 10 through 19, I believe, is what I've got here. That way you can copy it if you want to, or you can also just pull it up. That's Ephesians 6, 10 through 19, LSB. Okay, so I've done it in the mainstream. Now I'm going to go ahead and post it in the vertical as well. Couple more cut and pastes here and I will have it done, and I will continue on reading into Numbers chapter 34. We are almost done with Numbers. We have 2 more chapters of Numbers, I believe, and then we're going to head into Deuteronomy. Almost done doing the copy paste of the armor of God here. Oh, I'm sorry, it is through verse 20, not verse 19. Scott, hey, I'm so glad you're here. How are you doing? God bless you. Glad to see you. You can message me about that, Jer. I would definitely pray for them. I'm glad you're doing good, Scott. It's good to hear. Did you sleep well? Are you drinking double cream in your coffee tonight? Oh, Sevens, it's been a while. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, on Discord would be great. How have you been, Sevens? I'm glad to see you. All right, I am going to continue on reading. This is Numbers chapter 34. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Command the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you enter the land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall to you as an inheritance, even the land of Canaan according to its borders. And your southern sector shall extend from the wilderness of Zin along the side of Edom, and your southern border shall extend from the end of the Salt Sea eastward. Then your border shall turn from the south to the ascent of Akrabim, and continue to Zin, and its termination shall be to the south of Kadesh Barnea, and it shall reach Hazaradar, and continue to Asmon. And the border shall turn from Asmon to the brook of Egypt, and its termination shall be at the sea. And as for the west border, you shall have the great sea, that is, its coastline. This shall be your west border. And this shall be your north border. You shall draw your border line from the great sea to Mount Hor. You shall draw a line from Mount Hor to Lebo Hamath, and the termination of the border shall be at Zedad. And the border shall proceed to Ziphron, and its termination shall be at Hazar Anan. This shall be your north border. For your east border, you shall also draw a line from Hazar Anan to Shephem, and the border shall go down from Shephem to Riblah on the east side of Ain, and the border shall go down and reach to the slope of the east side of the Sea of Chinnereth, and the border shall go down to the Jordan, and its termination shall be at the Salt Sea. This shall be your land according to its borders all around. So Moses commanded the sons of Israel, saying, This is the land that you shall inherit by lot among you as a possession, which Yahweh has commanded to give to the 9.5 tribes. For the tribe of the sons of Reuben have received theirs according to their fathers' households, and the tribe of the sons of Gad according to their fathers' households, and the half-tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance. The 2.5 tribes have received their inheritance across the Jordan opposite Jericho to the east toward the sunrise. Excuse me. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, These are the names of the men who shall apportion the land to you for inheritance. Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun. And you shall take 1 leader of every tribe to apportion the land for inheritance. Now these are the names of the men. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of the sons of Simeon, Samuel the son of Ammihud. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Elidad the son of Chislon. Of the tribe of the sons of Dan, a leader, Bukai the son of Jogli. Of the sons of Joseph, of the tribe of the sons of Manasseh, a leader, Haniel the son of Ephod. Of the tribe of the sons of Ephraim, a leader, Kemuel the son of Shiftan. Of the tribe of the sons of Zebulun, a leader, Elizaphan the son of Pernak. Of the tribe of the sons of Issachar, a leader, Paltiel the son of Azan. Of the tribe of the sons of Asher, a leader, Ahihud the son of Shalomai. Of the tribe of the sons of Naphtali, a leader, Pedahel the son of Ammihud. These are those whom Yahweh commanded to apportion the inheritance to the sons of Israel in the land of Canaan. And that was chapter 34 of Numbers. Oh, yes, and I believe this is the last chapter. Oh, nope, there are 36. I am wrong. Which means so is my description of the main stream. So I am going to edit that real quick while I am thinking of it. Yeah, I have it as 35. People are probably nobody even notices. But if they did, they would wonder why I was skipping a chapter. Okay. There. I saved that. Actually, I'm going to check the settings in here. Aha, just like I thought. It always leaves the, it says altered content. Do any of the following describe your content? Does it make a real person look, the AI check, of which is always no for me, but you can't get a static no on that. You have to choose it every time. The boys are well, Scott. Thank you for asking. Oh, here comes.
Mommy.
Yes, Scott is here. Do you want to say hello? He was asking about you.
dragon fruit flavored popsicle
Lollipop?
lollipop
Really?
tastes like my my watermelon toothpaste.
Oh, really? Are you sure it is dragon fruit? Because to me, dragon fruit doesn't have a flavor at all.
Could we go buy
Let me
this?
sniff it. Let me sniff it. Oh, that smells okay. It just smells sweet, though. Yeah, we can buy some dragon fruit sometime. Did you want to say hi to Scott?
I wanted to make a dragon fruit smoothie, but yeah. Oh, she. Hi, Scott.
He said you're adorable. And he is completely correct.
Why is there a character of you when there should be a character of me next to you?
Well, Kenny didn't make me one with you next to me.
No,
Maybe we should
me.
make you one for beatboxing so that when you're in here showing everybody your beatboxing skills, we can put you on and it looks like you're on the screen beatboxing.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, well, go ask Kenny if he's willing to do that for you. And again, welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to drop some hashtags down in the comments. Ooh, Hugo. Oh, guess what? I'll open my window all the way. I heard it start. Come on, Train, don't let me down. Am I imagining things? Leave the fan off until hopefully we hear it. It could be that it's down the street at one of the places they stop to drop things off at. Yeah. I don't know, maybe Hugo is off being busy. I'm gonna put the little train emojis anyway. Oh, yep, it's coming. Wow, it must be sounding its horn from a long ways away. I guess I will start reading until it gets closer. Numbers chapter 35. Now Yahweh spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho, saying, Command the sons of Israel that they give to the Levites from the inheritance of their possessions cities to live in. And you shall give to the Levites pasture lands around the cities. And the cities shall be theirs to live in, and their pasture land shall be for their cattle and for their herds and for all their beasts. And the pasture lands of the cities which you shall give to the Levites shall extend from the wall of the city outward 1,000 cubits around. You shall also measure outside the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, and on the south side 2,000 cubits, and on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits, with the city in the center. This shall become theirs as pasture lands for the cities. It's getting closer. I think I'm going to take the mic closer over there. Oh yeah, it's getting loud now. Hugo, where you at? Little bro? Sorry for those who don't like the train. I'm doing this for Hugo. He's missed it the last few lives. And this is what I deal with. I don't know why he likes it, but he does. It's become kind of a character on the stream. I even have a sticker on my merch shop with me on a train, or Mama Church, the character on a train anyway. Yeah, it must be stopping down by the park. It stops a few places along the way. Okay. I love you. I was letting Hugo hear the train, though I'm not sure Hugo is still here. Oh, it's still going, but that's okay. It has been featured. Putting the mic back where it goes.
But what if you didn't
What if I didn't what? Put it back?
put the mic back?
Well, they wouldn't be able to hear me very well, would they?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm going to take a drink and then I will carry on reading. Got my wires kind of... There we go. Excuse me. What do you think of the train, Scott? Oh, let's see. Oh, a networking event, huh? I'm glad it was positive. Okay. And the cities which you shall give to the Levites shall be the 6 cities of refuge, which you shall give for the manslayer to flee to. And in addition to them, you shall give 42 cities. All the cities which you shall give to the Levites shall be 48 cities together with their pasture lands. Now, as for the cities which you shall give from the possession of the sons of Israel, you shall take more from the larger, and you shall take less from the smaller. Each shall give some of his cities to the Levites in proportion to his possession, which he inherits. Excuse me. Oh, you have a train there. Is it as loud as the one, the one I have over here at my house? Okay. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, then you shall select for yourselves cities to be your cities of refuge, that the manslayer who has struck down any person unintentionally may flee there. And the cities shall be for you as a refuge from the avenger, so that the manslayer will not die until he stands before the congregation for judgment. And the cities which you are to give shall be your 6 cities of refuge. You shall give 3 cities across the Jordan and 3 cities in the land of Canaan. They are to be cities of refuge. These 6 cities shall be for refuge for the sons of Israel, and for the sojourner, and for the foreign resident among them. That anyone who strikes a person down unintentionally may flee there. But if he struck him down with an iron object so that he died, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And if he struck him down with a stone in the hand by which he would die, excuse me, and as a result he died, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he struck him with a wooden object in the hand by which he would die, and as a result he died, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. The blood avenger himself shall put the murderer to death. He shall put him to death when he meets him. And if he pushed him of hatred or threw something at him lying in wait, and as a result he died, or if he struck him down with his hand in enmity, and as a result he died, the one who struck him shall surely be put to death. He is a murderer. The blood avenger shall put the murderer to death when he meets him. But if he pushed him suddenly without enmity, or threw something at him without lying in wait, or with any stone by which one might die, yet without seeing, and it fell upon him, and he died, but he was not his enemy, nor seeking his injury, then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the blood avenger according to these legal judgments. And the congregation shall deliver the manslayer from the hand of the blood avenger, and the congregation shall restore him to his city of refuge, to which he fled, and he shall live in it until the death of the high priest who was anointed with the holy oil. But if the manslayer at any time goes beyond the border of his city of refuge to which he may flee, and the blood avenger finds him outside the border of his city of refuge, and the blood avenger kills the manslayer, he will not be guilty of blood because he should have remained in his city of refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the manslayer shall return to the land of his possession. And these things shall be for a statutory judgment to you throughout your generations in all your places of habitation. If anyone strikes down a person, the murderer shall be put to death at the mouth of witnesses, but no person shall be put to death on the testimony of one witness. Moreover, you shall not take ransom for the life of a murderer who is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. And you shall not take ransom for him who has fled to his city of refuge, that he may return to live in the land before the death of the priest. So you shall not pollute the land in which you are, for blood pollutes the land, and no propitiation can be made for the land for the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of him who shed it. And you shall not defile the land in which you live, in the midst of which I dwell, for I, Yahweh, am dwelling in the midst of the sons of Israel. And that was chapter 35 of Numbers. Give me just one moment, please. Sorry about that. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink real quick, and then I will read the last chapter of the book of Numbers. Okay. And the heads of the father's household of the family of the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the sons of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the heads of the father's households of the sons of Israel. And they said, Yahweh commanded my Lord to give the land by lot to the sons of Israel as an inheritance. And my Lord was commanded by Yahweh to give the inheritance of Zelophehad, our brother, to his daughters. But if they marry one of the sons of the other tribes of the sons of Israel, their inheritance will be withdrawn from the inheritance of our fathers and will be added to the inheritance of the tribe to which they belong. Thus it will be withdrawn from our allotted inheritance. And when the Jubilee of the sons of Israel comes, then their inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe to which they belong. So their inheritance will be withdrawn from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. Then Moses commanded the sons of Israel according to the word of Yahweh, saying, The tribe of the sons of Joseph are right in their statements. This is what Yahweh has commanded concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, Let them marry whoever is good in their sight, only they must marry within the family of the tribe of their father. Thus no inheritance of the sons of Israel shall be transferred from tribe to tribe, for the sons of Israel shall each hold to the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. And every daughter who comes into possession of an inheritance of any tribe of the sons of Israel shall be wife to one of the family of the tribe of her father, so that the sons of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his fathers. Thus no inheritance shall be transferred from one tribe to another tribe, for the tribes of the sons of Israel shall each hold to its own inheritance. Just as Yahweh had commanded Moses, so the daughters of Zelophehad did, and Mela, Tirzah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, married their uncles' sons. They married those from the families of the sons of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained with the tribe of the family of their father. These are the commandments and the judgments which Yahweh commanded to the sons of Israel by the hand of Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan opposite Jericho. And that was the book of Numbers. Yay! Excuse me. And now we are carrying on to Deuteronomy. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you'd like to join the Discord, the link is in the pinned comment. We would love to have you over there. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel across the Jordan in the wilderness, in the Arabah opposite Suf, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hazeroth and Dizahab. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. Now it happened, in the 40th year, on the first day of the 11th month, Moses spoke to the children of Israel according to all that Yahweh had commanded him to give to them, after he had struck down Sihon the king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, and Og the king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth and Edrei. Across the Jordan in the land of Moab, Moses undertook to expound this law, saying, Yahweh our God spoke to us at Horeb, saying, You have stayed long enough at this mountain. Turn and set out, and go to the hill country of the Amorites. Sorry, I had to stop and listen to make sure my kids were screaming for fun and not fighting. Oh, hey, Brad, how are you doing tonight? I'm glad you're here. And to all their neighbors in the Arabah, in the hill country, and in the Shephelah, and in the Negev, and by the seacoast, the land of the Canaanites, and Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. See, I have given over the land before you. Go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore to give to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to them and to their seed after them. And I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear the burden of you alone. Yahweh your God has multiplied you, and behold, you are this day like the stars of heaven in number. May Yahweh, the God of your fathers, increase you 1,000-fold more than you are, and bless you, just as he has promised you. How can I alone bear the load and burden of you and your strife? Choose wise and understanding and experienced men from your tribes, and I will appoint them as your heads. Then you answered me and said, The thing which you have said to do is good. So I took the heads of your tribes, wise and experienced men, and gave them as heads over you, leaders of thousands and of hundreds, of fifties and of tens, and officers for your tribes. Then I commanded your judges at that time, saying, Hear the cases between your brothers, and judge righteously between a man and his brother, or the sojourner who is with him. You shall not show partiality in judgment. You shall hear the small and the great alike. You shall not fear man, for the judgment is God's. The case that is too hard for you, you shall bring to me, and I will hear it. And I commanded you at that time all the things that you should do. And we set out from Horeb and went through all that great and fearsome wilderness which you saw on the way to the hill country of the Amorites, just as Yahweh our God had commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea. And I said to you, You have come to the hill country of the Amorites, which Yahweh our God is about to give us. See, Yahweh your God has given over the land before you. Go up, take possession, as Yahweh the God of your fathers has spoken to you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Then all of you came near to me and said, Let us send men before us, that they may search out the land for us, and bring back to us word of the way by which we should go, and go up, and the cities which we shall enter. And the thing was good in my sight, and I took 12 of your men, 1 man for each tribe. Then they turned and went up into the hill country, and came to the valley of Escol, and spied it out. Then they took some of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down to us, and they brought word back to us, and said, It is a good land which Yahweh our God is about to give us. Yet you were not willing to go up, but rebelled against the command of Yahweh your God, and you grumbled in your tents and said, Because Yahweh hates us, he has brought us out of the land of Egypt to give us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy it. Where can we go up? Our brothers have made our hearts melt, saying, The people are bigger and taller than we. The cities are large and fortified to heaven, and moreover, we saw the sons of the Anakim there. Then I said to you, do not be in dread, nor fear them. Yahweh your God, who goes before you, will himself fight on your behalf, just as he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, and in the wilderness, where you saw how Yahweh your God carried you, just as a man carries his son, in all the way which you have walked until you came to this place. But for all this you did not believe Yahweh your God, who goes before you on your way, to spy out a place for you to encamp, in fire by night and cloud by day, to show you the way in which you should go. Then Yahweh heard the sound of your words, and he was angry and swore an oath, saying, not one of these men, this evil generation, shall see the good land which I swore to give your fathers, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him and to his sons I will give the land on which he has set foot, because he has followed Yahweh fully. Yahweh was angry with me also on your account, saying, not even you shall enter there. Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall enter there. Strengthen him, for he will cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, who you said would become plunder, and your sons, who this day have no knowledge of good or evil, shall enter there, and I will give it to them, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn around and set out for the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea. Then you said to me, we have sinned against Yahweh. We will indeed go up and fight, just as Yahweh our God commanded us. And every man of you girded on his weapons of war and regarded it as easy to go up into the hill country. And Yahweh said to me, say to them, do not go up and do not fight, for I am not among you, so that you are not defeated before your enemies. So I spoke to you, but you would not listen. Instead, you rebelled against the command of Yahweh and acted presumptuously and went up into the hill country. And the Amorites who lived in that hill country came out to meet you and pursued you as bees do and crushed you from Seir to Hormah. Then you returned and wept before Yahweh, but Yahweh did not listen to your voice nor give ear to you. So you remained in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you remained there. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 1. How's everybody doing? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Wait a second. Christian Bale? You think he's the right Superman? Batman, I mean, sorry. That's your favorite? I'm a Michael Keaton kind of gal. As far as that goes. Also, he was really good in Multiplicity. That movie was crazy. Excuse me. Yes, he was. Now, Christian Bale, he was an American Psycho. That was, wow. Saw that many, many years ago. I think it was American Psycho. That's what it's called, right? Oh my goodness. So we are headed into Deuteronomy chapter 2. Give me just a moment. I want to check a setting in the other stream. If my computer will let me. Okay. Save it. Almost done. Why isn't it saving? I said save 3 times. Interesting. It is really not wanting to do it for me. Excuse me, I'm so sorry if I'm clearing my throat all the time. I just have to refresh this. YouTube has been having issues the last couple days. Okay, it did save it. It just acted like it didn't. I tried to leave the page and it was like, oh, but your changes won't be saved. I refreshed and it's like, you already did that. Okay. There we go. All should be well now. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. We're headed into Deuteronomy chapter 2. Thank you, Scott. Did you watch those videos I sent you, Scott? You may have already heard that song I sent you, but the video prior I found interesting, though I know that it's not what you struggle with, but I thought it was pertinent. So I was hoping that you would check that out. Yeah, I sent it on Discord. I sent 2 videos. Deuteronomy chapter 2. Then we turned and set out for the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea, as Yahweh spoke to me, and circled Mount Seir for many days. And Yahweh spoke to me, saying, You have circled this mountain long enough. Now turn north and command the people, saying, You are going to pass through the territory of your brothers, the sons of Esau, who live in Seir, and they will be afraid of you. So be very careful. Do not provoke them, for I will not give you any of their land, even as little as a footstep, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. You shall buy food from them with money so that you may eat, and you shall also bargain with them for water with money so that you may drink. For Yahweh your God has blessed you in all the work of your hand. He has known your wanderings through this great wilderness. These 40 years Yahweh your God has been with you. You have not lacked a thing. So we passed beyond our brothers, the sons of Esau, who live in Seir, away from the Arabah road, away from Elath, and from Ezion-Geber, and we turned and passed through by the way of the wilderness of Moab. Then Yahweh said to me, Do not harass Moab, nor provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land as a possession, because I have given Ar to the sons of Lot as a possession. The Emim lived there formerly, a people as great, numerous, and tall as the Anakim. Like the Anakim, they are also regarded as Rephaim. But the Moabites call them Emim. Now the Horites formerly lived in Seir, but the sons of Esau dispossessed them and destroyed them from before them and settled in their place, just as Israel would do to the land of their possession which Yahweh gave to them. Now arise and cross over the brook Zered yourselves. So we crossed over the brook Zered. Now the time that it took for us to come from Kadesh Barnea until we crossed over the brook Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war came to an end from within the camp, as Yahweh had sworn to them. Moreover, the hand of Yahweh was against them, to bring them into confusion from within the camp until they all came to an end. So it happened, when all the men of war had come to an end in death from among the people, that Yahweh spoke to me, saying, Today you are about to cross over Ar, the border of Moab, and you will come opposite the sons of Ammon. Do not harass them nor provoke them, for I will not give you any of the land of the sons of Ammon as a possession, because I have given it to the sons of Lot as a possession. It is also regarded as the land of the Rephaim, for Rephaim formerly lived in it, but the Ammonites called them Zamzummim, a people as great, numerous, and tall as the Anakim. But Yahweh destroyed them before them. And they dispossessed them and settled in their place, just as he did for the sons of Esau who live in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them. They dispossessed them and settled in their place even to this day. And the Avim, who lived in villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorim who came from Caphtor, destroyed them and lived in their place. Arise, set out, and pass through the valley of Arnon. Look, I have given Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land into your hand. Begin to take possession and provoke him to battle. This day I will begin to put the dread and fear of you upon the peoples everywhere under the heavens, who, when they hear the report of you, will tremble and be in anguish because of you. So I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land. I will go only on the highway. I will not turn aside to the right or to the left. You will sell me food for money so that I may eat, and give me water for money so that I may drink. Only let me pass through on foot, just as the sons of Esau who live in Seir and the Moabites who live in Ard did for me, until I cross over the Jordan into the land which Yahweh our God is giving to us. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, was not willing for us to pass through his land, for Yahweh your God stiffened his spirit and made his heart obstinate, in order to give him over into your hand, as he is today. Excuse me. And Yahweh said to me, See, I have begun to give Sihon and his land over to you. Begin to possess, so that you may fully possess his land. Then Sihon, with all his people, came out to meet us in battle at Jahaz. But Yahweh our God gave him over to us, and we struck him down with his sons and all his people. So we captured all his cities at that time and devoted to destruction the men, women, and little ones of every city. We left no survivor remaining. We took only the animals as our plunder and the spoil of the cities which we had captured, from Aroer, which is on the edge of the valley of Arnon, and from the city which is in the valley, even to Gilead. There was not a town that was too high for us. Yahweh our God gave all over to us. Only you did not go near to the land of the sons of Ammon, all along the river Jabbok, and the cities of the hill country, and wherever Yahweh our God had commanded us. And that was chapter 2 of Deuteronomy. Give me just one moment, please. Sorry about that. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And this is Deuteronomy chapter 3. Then we turned and went up the road to Bashan, and Og, king of Bashan, with all his people, came out to meet us in battle at Edrei. But Yahweh said to me, Do not fear him, for I have given him and all his people and his land over into your hand, and you shall do to him just as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon. So Yahweh our God also gave Og, king of Bashan, with all his people over into our hand, and we struck them until there was no survivor remaining for him. And we captured all his cities at that time. There was not a town which we did not take from them. 60 cities, all the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og and Bashan. All these were cities fortified with high walls, gates, and bars, besides a great many unwalled towns, and we devoted them to destruction, as we did to Sihon, king of Heshbon, devoting to destruction the men, women, and little ones of every city. But all the animals and the spoil of the cities we took as our plunder. Thus we took the land at that time from the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, from the valley of Arnon to Mount Hermon. Sidonians call Hermon Sirion, and the Amorites call it Sinir. All the cities of the plateau, and all Gilead, and all Bashan, as far as Selaca, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og and Bashan. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of the Rephaim. Behold, his bedstead was an iron bedstead. It is in Rabbah of the sons of Ammon. Its length was 9 cubits, and its width 4 cubits by ordinary cubit. Quite a stature. So we took possession of this land at that time from Aurora, which is by the valley of Arnon, and half the hill country of Gilead and its cities I gave to the Reubenites and to the Gadites. Hi, Weezy. You waking up? I know you, Queenie Face. And the rest of Gilead and all Bashan, the kingdom of Og, I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh, all the region of Argob. Concerning all Bashan, it is called the land of Rephaim. Jair, the son of Manasseh, took all the region of Argob as far as the border of the Jeshurites and the Maacathites, and called it, that is Bashan, after his own name, Havoth Jair, as it is to this day. And to Machir I gave Gilead, and to the Reubenites and to the Gadites I gave from Gilead even as far as the valley of Arnon, the middle of the valley as a border, and as far as the river Jabbok, the border of the sons of Ammon, the Arabah also, with the Jordan as a border, from Chinnereth even as far as the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea, at the foot of the slopes of Pisgah on the east. Then I commanded you at that time, saying, Yahweh your God has given you this land to possess it. All you men of valor shall cross over armed before your brothers, the sons of Israel. But your wives and your little ones and your livestock, I know that you have much livestock, shall remain in your cities which I have given you, until Yahweh gives rest to your brothers as to you, and they also possess the land which Yahweh your God will give them beyond the Jordan. Then you may return, every man to his possession which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, Your eyes have seen all that Yahweh your God has done to these 2 kings. So Yahweh shall do to all the kingdoms into which you are about to cross. Do not fear them, for Yahweh your God is the one fighting for you. I also pleaded with Yahweh at that time, saying, O Lord Yahweh, you have begun to show your slave your greatness and your strong hand, for what God is there in heaven or on earth who can do such works and mighty acts as yours. Let me, I pray, cross over and see the good land that is beyond the Jordan, that good hill country in Lebanon. But Yahweh was angry with me on your account and would not listen to me, and Yahweh said to me, Enough, speak to me no more of this matter. Go up to the top of Pisgah, and lift up your eyes to the west and north and south and east, and see it with your eyes, for you shall not cross over this Jordan. But command Joshua and strengthen him and encourage him, for he shall go across at the head of this people, and he will cause them to inherit the land which you will see. So we remained in the valley opposite Beth Peor. And that was chapter 3 of Deuteronomy. What's out there, Wheezy? My sweet Queenie Face kitten is checking out the window. Is there a stray kitty out there? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink and then we are going to read chapter 4 of Deuteronomy. Here, I'll give you a ride over there. Good girl. Excuse me. Oh, yes, they are. They are getting big. They will always be my babies, though. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're back, though. Wheezy, are you just going to snuggle in bed, or do you want me to let you out? Looks like she just wants to stretch out in my spot. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Give me just a second and I will carry on reading. Okay. What, Weezy? You want to go out? Oh, she's trying to herd me to bed. Easy, Cake. It's not time for me to go to bed yet. You want to go out and play or get something to eat or go potty? Oh, I can't come. Oh, honey, I can't come to bed just now. I wish. I love you though. Mwah. Go out and be a good girl for a little while. Get you a drink of water and stuff. I love you. Okay, you're scaring me. She decided to come back in. Oh, she's hiding. Boys out there being boys. Easy. You don't have to be scared, honey. Excuse me. Okay. I never got my drink, I don't think. Take another one. What is Bible Unleashed? Okay. So now, O Israel, listen to the statutes and the judgments which I am teaching you to do, so that you may live and go in and take possession of the land which Yahweh, the God of your fathers, is giving you. You shall not add to the word which I am commanding you, nor take away from it, that you may keep the commandments of Yahweh your God, which I am commanding you. Weezy, come here, honey. Where you at? Are you trying to get in that box? Come put the box. Come here. Come on, Weezy. No. No, don't get yourself buried. Come on. Come on. Come over there, Miss Ma'am. Guys, give me just a second. Come on, Weezy. You don't have to be scared to go out, Kenneth. Kenneth. Can you come and get Weezy? She's under there. There. Kenny's coming to get you. She's going under the bed. You guys scared her? What were you doing banging on the cam for? You were making a banging noise out there.
Very intentionally poorly playing the
If you get that little brush up there that's on the bed over there. Oh, she's coming? Oh, that little black brush. Pick up my blanket. You'll see it. Down there. Oh, you got it. That's it. Yeah, she really likes that brush to play with. There you go. Oh, she doesn't want you to touch her with it. She wants to fight it and play with it. Sorry, guys. Hang on just a sec. Yeah, I do. But you scared her. She needs to go out there and potty and eat and stuff. Love you, Weezy. You can come back in after your potty and stuff. Sorry. Yes, he does, Scott. He actually got to DM yesterday for the first time, and it went super well. He had a great time. Okay. Your eyes have seen what Yahweh has done in the case of Baal Peor. For all the men who walked after Baal Peor, Yahweh, your God, has destroyed them from among you. But you who clung to Yahweh your God are alive today, every one of you. See, I have taught you statutes and judgments, just as Yahweh my God commanded me, that you should do thus in the land where you are entering to possess it. You shall keep and do them, for that is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the peoples who will hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what great nation is there that has a God so near to it as is Yahweh, our God, whenever we call on him? Or what great nation is there that has statutes and judgments as righteous as this whole law which I am setting before you today? Only keep yourself and keep your soul very carefully, lest you forget the things which your eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your heart all the days of your life. But make them known to your sons and to your grandsons. Remember the day you stood before Yahweh your God at Horeb, when Yahweh said to me, Assemble the people to me, that I may cause them to hear my words, so that they may learn to fear me all the days they live on the earth, and that they may teach their children. And you came near and stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire to the very heart of the heavens, darkness, cloud, and dense gloom. Then Yahweh spoke to you from the midst of the fire. You heard the sound of words, but you saw no form, only a voice. So he declared to you his covenant, which he commanded you to do, that is, the 10 Commandments, and he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone. And Yahweh commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that you might do them in the land where you are going over to possess it. So keep your souls very carefully, since you did not see any form on the day Yahweh spoke to you at Horeb from the midst of the fire, lest you act corruptly and make a graven image for yourselves in the form of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any animal that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the sky, the likeness of anything that creeps on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the water below the earth, and lest you lift up your eyes to heaven and see the sun and the moon and the stars, all the host of heaven, and be drawn away and worship them and serve them, those which Yahweh your God has apportioned for all the peoples under the whole heaven. But Yahweh has taken you and brought you out of the iron furnace from Egypt to be a people for his own inheritance as today. Excuse me. Now Yahweh was angry with me on your account and swore that I would not cross the Jordan and that I would not enter the good land which Yahweh your God is giving you as an inheritance. For I will die in this land. I shall not cross the Jordan. But you shall cross and take possession of this good land. So keep yourselves, lest you forget the covenant of Yahweh your God, which he cut with you and made for yourselves a graven image in the form of anything against which Yahweh your God has commanded you. For Yahweh your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. When you become the father of children and children's children, and remain long in the land, and act corruptly, and make a graven image in the form of anything, and do that which is evil in the sight of Yahweh your God, so as to provoke him to anger, I call heaven and earth to witness against you today, that you will surely perish quickly from the land where you are going over the Jordan to possess it. You shall not prolong your days on it, but will be utterly destroyed, and Yahweh will scatter you among the peoples, and you will remain few in number among the nations where Yahweh drives you. And there you will serve gods, the work of man's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But from there you will seek Yahweh your God, and you will find him, for you will search for him with all your heart and all your soul. When you are in distress and all these things have come upon you, in the last days you will return to Yahweh your God and listen to his voice. For Yahweh your God is a compassionate God. He will not fail you nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant with your fathers which he swore to them. Indeed, ask now concerning the former days which were before you, since the day that God created man on the earth, and inquire from one end of the heavens to the other, has anything been done like this great thing, or has anything been heard like it? Has any people heard the voice of God speaking from the midst of the fire, as you have heard it and lived? Or has a God tried to go to take for himself a nation from within another nation with trials, with signs and wonders, and with war, and with a mighty hand, and with an outstretched arm, and with great terrors, as Yahweh your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes? To you it was shown that you might know that Yahweh, he is God. There is no other besides him. Out of the heavens he caused you to hear his voice to discipline you, and on earth he caused you to see his great fire, and you heard his words from the midst of the fire. Because he loved your fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, And he personally brought you from Egypt by his great power, dispossessing before you nations greater and mightier than you, to bring you in and to give you their land for an inheritance, as it is today. Know therefore today, and take it to your heart, that Yahweh, he is God in heaven above, on the earth below, there is no other. I should have said, and on the earth below. So you shall keep his statutes and his commandments, which I am commanding you today, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, and that you may prolong your days on the land which Yahweh your God is giving you for all the days. Then Moses set apart 3 cities across the Jordan to the east toward the sunrise, that a manslayer might flee there, who slew his neighbor without premeditation, not hating him previously. So he shall flee to one of these cities that he might live. Bezer in the wilderness on the plateau for the Reubenites, and Ramoth in Gilead for the Gadites, and Golan and Bashan for the Manassites. Now this is the law which Moses set before the sons of Israel. These are the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Moses spoke to the sons of Israel when they came out from Egypt across the Jordan in the valley opposite Beth Peor, in the land of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon, whom Moses and the sons of Israel struck down when they came out from Egypt. And they took possession of his land and the land of Og, king of Bashan, the 2 kings of the Amorites, who were across the Jordan to the east toward the sunrise, from Aroer, which is on the edge of the valley of Arnon, even as far as Mount Sion, that is Hermon, with all the Arabah across the Jordan to the east, even as far as the Sea of the Arabah, at the foot of the slopes of Pisgah. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 4. You got an ad that crashed the app? Oh no, what was the ad? I don't think I've heard of Dennis Herrera, Scott. Oh, it never even played? The ad just tried to happen and then crashed? Yeah, YouTube is seemingly having some issues the last couple days. Excuse me. Welcome to those just joining us. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, yeah. That's not fun. I get that myself on occasion. Okay. I'm sorry, I know the ads can be a pain. Okay, so we are headed into Deuteronomy chapter 5. In just another moment, I'm going to take another drink, and then I will continue reading. Trying to get this frog out of my throat, but it's not working. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, there. I was doing the spinny thing for a second there. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 5. Then Moses summoned all Israel and said to them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and the judgments which I am speaking today in your hearing, that you may learn them and be careful to do them. Yahweh our God cut a covenant with us at Horeb. Yahweh did not cut this covenant with our fathers, but with us, with all those of us alive here today. Yahweh spoke to you face to face at the mountain from the midst of the fire. I was standing between Yahweh and you at that time to declare to you the word of Yahweh, for you were afraid because of the fire and did not go up the mountain. He said, I am Yahweh your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol, any likeness of what is in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the water under the earth. You shall not worship them or serve them, for I, Yahweh, your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children and on the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing loving kindness to the thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of Yahweh your God in vain, for Yahweh will not leave him unpunished who takes his name in vain. Observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy, as Yahweh your God commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of Yahweh your God. In it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter or your male slave or your female slave or your ox or your donkey or any of your cattle, or your sojourner who is within your gates, so that your male slave and your female slave may rest as well as you. You shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and Yahweh your God brought you out of there with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm. Therefore Yahweh your God commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother, as Yahweh your God has commanded you, that your days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with you on the land which Yahweh your God gives you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, and you shall not and you shall not desire your neighbor's house, his field, or his male slave, or his female slave, his ox or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Excuse me. These words Yahweh spoke to all your assembly at the mountain from the midst of the fire, of the cloud and of the dense gloom, with a great voice, and he added no more. He wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and gave them to me. Now it happened that when you heard the voice from the midst of the darkness, while the mountain was burning with fire, you came near to me, all the heads of your tribes and your elders. And you said, Behold, Yahweh our God has shown us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice from the midst of the fire. We have seen today that God speaks with man, yet he lives. So now then, why should we die? For this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of Yahweh our God any longer, then we will die. For who is there of all flesh who has heard the voice of the living God speaking from the midst of the fire, as we have and lived? As for you, go near and hear all that Yahweh our God says, then speak to us all that Yahweh our God speaks to you, and we will hear and do it. And Yahweh heard the voice of your words when you spoke to me, and Yahweh said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken to you. They have done well in all that they have spoken. Oh, that they had such a heart in them, that they would fear me and keep all my commandments all the days, that it may be well with them and with their sons forever. Go, say to them, return to your tents. But as for you, stand here by me, that I may speak to you all the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which you shall teach them, that they may do them in the land which I give them to possess. So you shall be careful to do just as Yahweh your God has commanded you. You shall not turn aside to the right or to the left. In all the way which Yahweh your God has commanded you, you shall walk, that you may live, and that it may be well with you, and that you may prolong your days in the land which you will possess. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 5. Oh my goodness. You saw a big rat, Scott? Not fun. As long as it's outside, not inside, right? Is that a common thing around there? And chapter 6, I will start in just a second, as soon as I take a drink. Oh, through one of the vents. That means it is inside. I would be calling your building maintenance. Oh no, that's not good. That can be very, very unhealthy. Now this is the commandment, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh your God has commanded me to teach you, that you might do it in the land where you are going over to possess it, so that you and your son and your grandson might hear Yahweh your God, to keep all his, fear Yahweh your God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments which I am commanding you all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. O Israel, you shall listen and be careful to do it, that it may be well with you, and that you may multiply greatly, just as Yahweh, the God of your fathers, has promised you, in a land flowing with milk and honey. Oh no, it did it again? That's not good. I don't even know why you would have had another ad already. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is our God, Yahweh is one. You shall love Yahweh your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. These words which I am commanding you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your sons, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as phylacteries between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Then it will be, when Yahweh your God brings you into the land which he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you, great and good cities which you did not build, and houses full of all good things which you did not fill, and hewn cisterns which you did not dig, vineyards and olive trees which you did not plant, and you will eat and be satisfied. Then beware, lest you forget Yahweh, who brought you from the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. Yahweh your God you shall fear, and him you shall serve, and by his name you shall swear. You shall not walk after other gods, any of the gods of the peoples who surround you, for Yahweh your God in the midst of you is a jealous God, lest the anger of Yahweh your God be kindled against you, and he destroy you from the face of the earth. You shall not put Yahweh your God to the test, as you tested him at Massah. You shall diligently keep the commandments of Yahweh your God, and his testimonies and his statutes which he has commanded you, and you shall do what is right and good in the sight of Yahweh, that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess the good land which Yahweh swore to give your fathers, by driving out all your enemies before you, as Yahweh has spoken. When your son asks you in time to come, saying, what do the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments mean, which Yahweh our God commanded you? Then you shall say to your son, we were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt, and Yahweh brought us from Egypt with a strong hand. Moreover, Yahweh showed great and calamitous signs and wonders before our eyes against Egypt, Pharaoh, and all his household. But he brought us out from there in order to bring us in, to give us the land which he had sworn to our fathers. So Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear Yahweh our God for our good all our days, and for our survival as it is today. And it will be righteousness for us if we are careful to do all this commandment before Yahweh our God, just as he commanded us. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 6. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you had a dog, Scott. Take another drink, wet the whistle. And actually, I need to take my ibuprofen and Tylenol real quick while I'm thinking about it. What kind of dog? Sounds like maybe you need cats. Although depending on how big the rat you saw is, maybe maybe you need something bigger. Oh, wow. I think you told me that before. Okay. When this is Deuteronomy chapter 7. When Yahweh your God brings you into the land where you are entering to possess it, and he clears away many nations before you, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and stronger than you, and when Yahweh your God gives them over before you and you strike them down, then you shall devote them to destruction. Excuse me. You shall cut no covenant with them and show no favor to them. Furthermore, you shall not intermarry with them. You shall not give your daughters to their sons, nor shall you take their daughters for your sons. For they will turn your sons away from following me, and they will serve other gods. Then the anger of Yahweh will be kindled against you, and he will quickly destroy you. But thus you shall do to them. You shall tear down their altars and shatter their sacred pillars, and cut their Asherim in pieces, and burn their graven images with fire. For you are a holy people to Yahweh your God. Yahweh your God has chosen you to be a people for his own treasured possession out of all the peoples who are on the face of the earth. Yahweh did not set his affection on you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any of the peoples, for you were the fewest of all peoples, but because Yahweh loved you and kept the oath which he swore to your fathers. Yahweh brought you out with a strong hand and redeemed you from the house of slavery, from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt. You shall know therefore that Yahweh your God, he is God, the faithful God, who keeps his covenant and his loving kindness to 1,000 generations, with those who love him and keep his commandments, but repays those who hate him to their faces, to make them perish. He will not delay with him who hates him. He will repay him to his face. Therefore you shall keep the commandment and the statutes and the judgments which I am commanding you today to do them. Then it will be, because you listen to these judgments and keep and do them, that Yahweh your God will keep with you his covenant and his loving kindness which he swore to your fathers. And he will love you and bless you and multiply you. He will also bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of your ground, your grain and your new wine and your oil, the increase of your herd and the young of your flock, in the land which he swore to your fathers to give you. You shall be blessed above all peoples. There will be no male or female barren among you or among your cattle. And Yahweh will take away from you all sickness. And he will not put on you any of the harmful diseases of Egypt which you have known, but he will give them to all who hate you. And you shall consume all the peoples whom Yahweh your God will give over to you. Your eye shall not pity them, nor shall you serve their gods, for that would be a snare to you. If you should say in your heart, these nations are more numerous than I, how can I dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them. You shall well remember what Yahweh your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt, the great trials which your eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and the outstretched arm by which Yahweh your God brought you out. So shall Yahweh your God do to all the peoples of whom you are afraid. Moreover, Yahweh your God will send the hornet against them until those who remain and hide themselves from you perish. You shall not dread them, for Yahweh your God is in your midst, a great and fearsome God. And Yahweh your God will clear away these nations before you little by little, and you will not be able to put an end to them quickly, lest the wild beasts become too numerous for you. But Yahweh your God will give them over before you, and will throw them into great confusion until they are destroyed. And he will give their kings into your hand, so that you will make their name perish from under heaven. No man will be able to stand before you until you have destroyed them. The graven images of their gods you are to burn with fire. You shall not covet the silver or the gold that is on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be snared by it. For it is an abomination to Yahweh your God. And you shall not bring an abomination into your house and become devoted to destruction like it. You shall utterly detest it, and you shall utterly abhor it, for it is devoted to destruction. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 7. I see we have some more people joining us. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. I'm going to take a drink real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 8 we're headed into. Goodness. Okay. Give me just a quick second here. Trying to check and see on some settings here real quick. Okay. All right. I think I have it all set up well. Yeah, it's been raining and raining and raining and raining here in Washington. Oops. There we go. We'll put some hashtags down in the comment. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 8. The entire commandment that I am commanding you today you shall be careful to do, that you may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore to give to your fathers. And you shall remember all the way which Yahweh your God has led you in the wilderness these 40 years, that he might humble you, testing you to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. And he humbled you and let you be hungry, and fed you with manna which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by everything that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh. Your clothing did not wear out on you, nor did your foot swell these 40 years. Thus you shall know in your heart that Yahweh your God was disciplining you, just as a man disciplines his son. So you shall keep the commandments of Yahweh your God, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For Yahweh your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and springs flowing forth in valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land where you will eat food without scarcity, in which you will not lack anything, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you can dig copper. And so you will eat and be satisfied, and you shall bless Yahweh your God for the good land which he has given you. Beware lest you forget Yahweh your God. Actually, give me just 1 second. I'm going to make a clip of that portion there. Okay. Beware lest you forget Yahweh your God has not by not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I am commanding you today, lest you eat and are satisfied and build good houses and live in them, and your herds and your flocks multiply, and your silver and gold multiply, and all that you have multiplies, and your heart becomes lifted up, and you forget Yahweh your God, who brought you out from the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. He led you through the great and fearsome wilderness, with its fiery serpents and scorpions and thirsty ground where there was no water. He brought water for you out of the rock of flint. In the wilderness he fed you manna which your fathers did not know, that he might humble you and that he might test you, to do good for you in the end, lest you say in your heart, my power and the might of my hand made me this wealth. But you shall remember Yahweh your God, for it is he who is giving you power to make wealth, that he may confirm his covenant which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. Now it will be, if you ever forget Yahweh your God and walk after other gods and serve them and worship them, I testify against you today that you will surely perish. Like the nations that Yahweh makes to perish before you, so you shall perish, because you would not listen to the voice of Yahweh your God. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 8. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, it's been cold and windy in Texas? What's cold to you, though? Like 65? I'm just teasing. Right now here, it's 50 degrees. When it's raining, though, it tends to be a little bit warmer. Which it is raining, of course. I'm going to take a drink and then I will continue on to chapter 9. Funny you mentioned tea, Rebel. I was thinking tea sounded good about now. What kind are you drinking tonight? My favorite, just regular tea. Well, okay. So my favorite by itself is Earl Grey. My favorite combo is oolong mixed with green tea, and I love that for sun tea as well. And then chai tea with milk and sugar. Oh wow, Brad, you were homeless through sleet and snow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's amazing how something like that can really put into perspective how good you have it once you're not homeless, right? Praise God. Does anybody else have praise reports? Or prayer requests, of course. Deuteronomy chapter 9. Sencha or Senka? I'm not sure. I don't think I've heard of that. My son got really, really into tea, Kenneth. And I usually, for Christmas, I do, oh my gosh, why is the word escaping me? You know, where you give gifts leading up to Christmas. Well, the countdown to Christmas thing. At any rate, one year I did boxes of tea each day, and he just had tons of tea. And I still occasionally buy him some tea, but now he really likes to have boba.
Hey, Mommy.
Yes.
Do Steven's saying if it's okay to have a mask on while he plays his game with his face cam on?
No, you don't need to have a face cam on. Why would you need to do that, sir? Okay. Oh yeah, green tea is very good for you, and I find that it tastes good usually as well. I like jasmine a lot, except for I end up tasting the jasmine for days. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, you are crossing over the Jordan today to go in to dispossess nations greater and mightier than you, great cities fortified to heaven, a people great and tall, the sons of the Anakim, whom you know and of whom you have heard it said, who can stand before the sons of Anak? So you shall know today that it is Yahweh your God who is crossing over before you as a consuming fire. You will destroy them, and he will subdue them before you, so that you may dispossess them and make them perish quickly, just as Yahweh has spoken to you. Do not say in your heart when Yahweh your God has driven them out before you, saying, because of my righteousness Yahweh has brought me in to possess this land. But it is because of the wickedness of these nations that Yahweh is dispossessing them before you. It is not for your righteousness or for the uprightness of your heart that you are going to possess their land, but it is because of the wickedness of these nations that Yahweh your God is dispossessing them before you, in order to confirm the oath which Yahweh swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. So you shall know it is not because of your righteousness that Yahweh your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stiff-necked people. Remember, do not forget how you provoked Yahweh your God to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that you went out of the land of Egypt until you came to this place, you have been rebellious against Yahweh. Even at Horeb you provoked Yahweh to wrath, and Yahweh was so angry with you that he would have destroyed you. When I went up to the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant which Yahweh had cut with you, then I remained on the mountain 40 days and nights. I neither ate bread nor drank water. And Yahweh gave me the 2 tablets of stone written by the finger of God, and on them were all the words which Yahweh had spoken with you at the mountain from the midst of the fire on the day of the assembly. Now it happened at the end of 40 days and nights that Yahweh gave me the 2 tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant. Then Yahweh said to me, arise, go down from here quickly, for your people whom you brought out of Egypt have acted corruptly. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made a molten image for themselves. Yahweh spoke further to me, saying, I have seen this people, and indeed they are a stiff-necked people. Let me alone that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of you a nation mightier and more numerous than they. So I turned and came down from the mountain while the mountain was burning with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I saw that you had indeed sinned against Yahweh your God. You had made for yourselves a molten calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way which Yahweh had commanded you. And I took hold of the 2 tablets and threw them from my hands and shattered them before your eyes. And I fell down before Yahweh as at the first, 40 days and nights. I neither ate bread nor drank water because of all your sin which you had committed in doing what was evil in the sight of Yahweh to provoke him to anger. For I was afraid of the anger and the wrath with which Yahweh was provoked against you in order to destroy you. But Yahweh listened to me that time also, and Yahweh was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him. So I also prayed for Aaron at the same time. Now I took your sinful thing, the calf which you had made, and burned it with fire and crushed it, grinding it very small until it was as fine as dust, and I threw its dust into the brook that came down from the mountain. Again at Taberah and at Massah and at Kibroth Hattaavah, you provoked Yahweh to wrath. Let me just a second here. Again at Taberah and at Massah and at Kibroth Hattaavah you provoked Yahweh to wrath. When Yahweh sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the command of Yahweh your God. You did not believe him, and you did not listen to his voice. You have been rebellious against Yahweh from the day I knew you.
Look, Mommy.
Hi, Weezy. Is she wanting to be back in here? Set her down and see if she wants to stay. So I fell down before Yahweh the 40 days and the 40 nights, which I did because Yahweh had said he would destroy you. And I prayed to Yahweh and said, O Lord Yahweh, do not destroy your people, even your inheritance, whom you have redeemed through your greatness, whom you have brought out of Egypt with a strong hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Do not look at the stiff neck of this people, or at their wickedness, or their sin, lest the land from which you brought us say, because Yahweh was not able to bring them into the land which he had promised them, and because he hated them, he has brought them out to put them to death in the wilderness. Yet they are your people, even your inheritance, whom you have brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 9. I love you too.
I love you all in the light.
Shiloh says he loves you all in the live. Jesus loves them, and we do too, huh?
Yes. Weezy says she loves them.
No, all of Weezy's love is only for me.
Yeah.
All Weezy are belong to me. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Shiloh, do you think you could get me a bottle of water? It's empty.
Does I have one of those?
No, I don't have any. Can you please get a bottle of water for me? Thank you. Drink real quick, and then we will continue on to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 10. Let me make sure I unmuted myself on both streams. Okay. Again, welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Yay, you got your coffee. At that time, Yahweh said to me, carve out for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the former ones, and come up to me on the mountain.
A bottle of water.
No, come on. We have bottles of water. Can you please get me one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And make an ark of wood for yourself, and I will write on the tablets the words that were on the former tablets which you shattered, and you shall put them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood and carved out 2 tablets of stone like the former ones, and went up on the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets, like the former writing, the 10 commandments which Yahweh had spoken to you on the mountain from the midst of the fire on the day of the assembly. And Yahweh gave them to me. Then I turned and came down from the mountain and put the tablets in the ark which I had made. And there they are, as Yahweh commanded me. Now the sons of Israel set out from Beeroth, Ben-Jacan, to Mosera. There Aaron died, and there he was buried, and Eleazar his son ministered as priest in his place. From there they set out to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Jokbatha, a land of brooks of water. At that time, Yahweh set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, to stand before Yahweh, to minister for him, and to bless in his name to this day. Therefore, Levi does not have a portion or inheritance with his brothers. Yahweh is his inheritance, just as Yahweh your God spoke to him. Were you out there having fun? I, moreover, stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights like the first time, and Yahweh listened to me that time also. Yahweh was not willing to destroy you, Then Yahweh said to me, Arise, go on your journey ahead of the people, that they may go in and possess the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. So now, Israel, what does Yahweh your God ask from you, but to fear Yahweh your God, to walk in all his ways and love him, and to serve Yahweh your God with all your heart and with all your soul, and to keep the commandments of Yahweh and his statutes which I am commanding you today for your good? Behold, to Yahweh your God belong heaven and the highest heavens, the earth and all that is in it. Yet on your fathers did Yahweh set his affection to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all peoples, as it is this day. So circumcise your heart and stiffen your neck no longer, for Yahweh your God is the God of gods and the Lord of lords, the great, the mighty, and the fearsome God, who does not show partiality nor take a bribe. He executes justice for the orphan and the widow, and shows love for the sojourner by giving him food and clothing. So show love for the sojourner, for you are sojourners in the land of Egypt. Yahweh your God you shall fear, him you shall serve, and to him you shall cling, and by his name you shall swear. He is your praise, and he is your God, who has done these great and fearsome things for you, which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Egypt, 70 persons in all, and now Yahweh your God has made you as numerous as the stars of heaven. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 10.
Look. It's been like,
Yes, but Cracker, when he comes in here, he climbs all over the keyboard and stuff, honey.
I'm just telling you that. Back when it's human, so I kept mowing.
Oh, I see.
And I gave him some loving.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. But did you bring me a bottle of water? You forgot. That's okay. Oh, so how is everybody doing tonight? Let's see. I know I had said that I would end, I believe, at chapter 10. Maybe I will read one more. What do you think, Weezy? Yeah, we'll read a little more, she says. Okay. You shall therefore love Yahweh your God and keep his charge, his statutes, his judgments, and his commandments all your days. So know this day that I am not speaking with your sons who have not known and who have not seen the discipline of Yahweh your God, his greatness, his strong hand, and his outstretched arm, and his signs and his works which he did in the midst of Egypt to Pharaoh the king of Egypt and to all his land, and what he did to Egypt's army, to its horses and its chariots, when he made the water of the Red Sea to engulf them while they were pursuing you, and Yahweh made them perish utterly, and what he did to you in the wilderness until you came to this place, and what he did to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, the son of Reuben, when the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them, their households, their tents, and every living thing that followed them, among all Israel. But your own eyes have seen all the great work of Yahweh which he did. You shall therefore keep every commandment which I am commanding you today, so that you may be strong and go in and possess the land into which you are about to cross to possess it. Possess it. I don't know why I keep stumbling on that word. So that you may prolong your days on the land which Yahweh swore to your fathers to give to them and to their seed.
I couldn't find the bottles of water.
Maybe ask Kenny. It's a big thing of 40 bottles of water, so it should be hard to miss. So maybe ask Kenny where they're at.
Okay.
Thank you. A land flowing with milk and honey. For the land into which you are entering to possess it is not like the land of Egypt from which you came out, where you used to sow your seed and water it with your foot like a vegetable garden. But the land into which you are about to cross to possess it, a land of hills and valleys, drinks water from the rain of heaven, a land for which Yahweh your God cares. The eyes of Yahweh your God are always on it, from the beginning even to the end of the year. And it will be that, if you listen obediently to my commandments, which I am commanding you today, to love Yahweh your God and to serve him with all your heart and all your soul, that I, Yahweh, will give the rain for your land in its season, the early and late rains, that you may gather in your grain and your new wine and your oil. And I will give grass in your fields for your cattle, and you will eat and be satisfied. Beware lest your heart be deceived, and you turn away and serve other gods and worship them. And the anger of Yahweh will be kindled against you, and he will shut up the heavens so that there will be no rain, and the ground will not yield its fruit, and you will perish quickly from the good land which Yahweh is giving you. You shall therefore place these words of mine on your heart and on your soul, and you shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as phylacteries between your eyes, and you shall teach them to your sons, speaking of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk along the road, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that your days and the days of your sons may be multiplied on the land which Yahweh swore to your fathers to give them, as long as the heavens remain above the earth. For if you are careful to keep this entire commandment which I am commanding you to do, to love Yahweh your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cling to him, then Yahweh will dispossess all these nations from before you, and you will dispossess nations greater and mightier than you. Every place on which the sole of your foot treads shall be yours. Your border will be from the wilderness to Lebanon, and from the river the Euphrates, as far as the western sea. What's that?
Shiloh was mentioning that you wanted
I want a bottle of water.
Yeah, I don't think that they got brought in from the car because they were put in the middle seat. Is it okay if I get you a cup of water?
Oh, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Thank you. Okay. No man will be able to stand before you. Yahweh your God will put the dread of you and the fear of you on all the land on which you set foot, as he has spoken to you. What's out there, Weezy? Is there something out there? Out in the backyard? Did you tell them they better stay away because you're the queen and they can't be on your land? You can tell them that. You're such a good girl. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, if you listen to the commandments of Yahweh your God, which I am commanding you today, and the curse, if you do not listen to the commandments of Yahweh your God, but turn aside from the way which I am commanding you today, by walking after other gods which you have not known. And it will be when Yahweh your God brings you into the land where you are entering to possess it, that you shall set the blessing on Mount Gerizim and the curse on Mount Ebal. Are they not across the Jordan, west of the way toward the sunset, in the land of the Canaanites who live in the Arabah, opposite Gilgal, beside the oaks of Morah? For you are about to cross the Jordan to go in to possess the land which Yahweh your God is giving you. And you shall possess it and live in it, and you shall be careful. Stop it. Please wait until I am... Pause for a second, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you.
And you shall possess it and live in it, and you shall be careful to do all the statutes and the judgments which I am setting before you today. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 11. Weezy, you're just sitting there purring and looking at me all sweet. Oh, I love you. She's been trying to keep a schedule. She likes it when we're in bed by this time. Even if she has a nice long nap, huh? She's so cute, though. She wakes me up in the morning, you guys, and it's just so sweet. She nibbles on my fingers. Well, first she'll do, like if I'm laying on my side and I have my arm folded, she'll shove her nose like in the crook of my elbow, you know, and just be like snarf, snarf, snarfing at it. And kind of tickles me awake and gives me little kisses on my face, and she's just precious. She's wonderful, aren't you? Yes, Queenie face. And then she likes to keep a schedule. So if we're not in bed by 11, she's starting to herd me in that direction. But she's going to have to get used to it because around here, sometimes we are up all hours and sometimes we are up early. Huh. Yeah. But you can always lay on the desk here next to Gammy, right? Okay. So I'm going to take a drink of the water that was brought to me. Actually, I'm telling you, I'm going to shine a light. Make sure. Yeah, okay, it looks clean. I always worry. Because Steven has been learning to wash dishes too, and he does a really good job, but you know, it never hurts to check, right? Oh, that water hit the spot. Hugo would be proud of me. Okay, I'm going to edit my main live stream here to reflect that we are reading further. Oh, where was that? I didn't see him ask that at all. I still don't see it. I'm reading back. I'm not seeing that comment, but they are, let me see. They're about 5 months now? Maybe 6. Yeah, I think they're just 6 months old. It was hidden? Why? Oh, probably because asking the age. Yeah, YouTube is a little odd with what it does and doesn't allow. Okay. So I'll tell you what, I will read Deuteronomy through chapter 14. So I think that's 2 more chapters, right? Because I will have to, after that, go and do my study with Kenneth. We're still working on creating the Zechariah Bible study. No, Wheezy is one of the kittens. We have Burnaby, who is 4. Actually, he will be 5 soon. And we have Hattie, who is about 2, and she was pregnant, so we have her 7 kittens. And they are all about 6 months. How easy cakes. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 12. Oh, that's 3 more chapters. These are the statutes and the judgments which you shall be careful to do in the land which Yahweh, the God of your fathers, has given you to possess all the days you live on the earth. You shall utterly destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree. And you shall tear down their altars and shatter their sacred pillars and burn their Asherim with fire, and you shall cut the graven images of their gods in pieces and destroy their name from that place. You shall not do thus toward Yahweh your God. But you shall seek Yahweh at the place which Yahweh your God will choose from all your tribes to establish his name there for his dwelling, and there you shall come. And there you shall bring your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, the contribution of your hand, your votive offerings, your freewill offerings, and the firstborn of your herd and of your flock. There also you and your household shall eat before Yahweh your God, and be glad in all that you send forth your hand to do, in which Yahweh your God has blessed you. You shall not do all... Oh, goodness. I'm going to take another drink and a breath and slow down, I think. Wheezy, you're not trying to steal my water, are you? Huh? Are you thirsty? You should probably go out to your water bowls. Okay. You shall not do all that what... Oh, here. Wheezy, go that way. If you're thirsty, I can put you out there to get your water. I should probably keep a water bowl in here for you. You shall not do at all what we are doing here today, every man doing whatever is right in his own eyes, for you have not as yet come to the resting place and the inheritance which Yahweh your God is giving you. Now you will cross the Jordan and live in the land which Yahweh your God is giving you to inherit. And he will give you rest from all your enemies around you, so that you live in security. Then it will be that the place in which Yahweh your God will choose for his name to dwell, there you shall bring all that I am commanding you, your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes and the contribution of your hand, and all your choice votive offerings which you will vow to Yahweh. And you shall be glad before Yahweh your God, you and your sons and daughters, your male and female slaves, and the Levite who is within your gates, since he has no portion or inheritance with you. Beware lest you offer your... Here, baby. I'll put the cursor over here, honey. You're gonna fall. I gotcha. Beware lest you offer your burnt offerings in every cultic place you see, but in the place which Yahweh chooses in one of your tribes, there you shall offer your burnt offerings, and there you shall do all that I am commanding you. However, you may sacrifice and eat meat within any of your gates, whatever you desire, according to the blessing of Yahweh your God, which he has given you. The unclean and the clean may eat of it, as of the gazelle and the deer. Only you shall not eat the blood. You are to pour it out on the ground like water. You are not allowed to eat within your gates the tithe of your grain or new wine or oil, or the firstborn of your herd or flock, or any of your votive offerings which you vow, or your freewill offerings, or the contribution of your hand. But you shall eat them before Yahweh your God in the place which Yahweh your God will choose. You and your son and daughter, and your male and female slaves, and the Levite who is within your gates, and you shall be glad before Yahweh your God in all that you send forth your hand to do. Beware lest you forsake the Levite all your days upon your land. When Yahweh your God enlarges your territory as he has promised you, and you say, I will eat meat, because you desire to eat meat, then you may eat meat, whatever you desire. If the place where Yahweh your God chooses to set his name is too far away from you, then you may sacrifice of your herd and flock which Yahweh has given you, as I have commanded you, and you may eat within your gates whatever you desire. Just as a gazelle or a deer is eaten, so you will eat it. The unclean and the clean alike may eat of it. Only be strong in yourselves not to eat the blood, for the blood is the life, and you shall not eat the life with the flesh. You shall not eat it, you shall pour it out on the ground like water. You shall not eat it, so that it may be well with you and your sons after you. For you will be doing what is right in the sight of Yahweh. Only your holy things which you may have, and your votive offerings, you shall take and go to the place which Yahweh chooses. And you shall offer your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood, on the altar of Yahweh your God, and the blood of your sacrifices shall be poured out on the altar of Yahweh your God, and you shall eat the flesh. Be careful to listen to all these words which I command you, so that it may be well with you and your sons after you forever, for you will be doing what is good and right in the sight of Yahweh your God. When Yahweh your God cuts off before you the nations which you are going to dispossess, and you dispossess them and inhabit their land, beware lest you be ensnared to follow them after they are destroyed before you, and lest you inquire after their gods, saying, how do these nations serve their gods, that I also may do likewise? You shall not do thus toward Yahweh your God, for every abominable act which Yahweh hates they have done for their gods, for they even burn their sons and daughters in the fire to their gods. Whatever I am commanding you, you shall be careful to do. You shall not add to nor take away from it. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 12.
Hi, Lacey.
Yeah, she's staring at me with this sweet little look. I hope she's going to come back. Yep, here she is, coming to the end of the bed. She's trying to get me to go into bed. Oh, I love you, my darling. Okay. Shall take a drink and read chapter 13. Do you really want to drink my water? Okay, here. I'll just have to get a different cup. You want some? No? You just want to snip it? Okay. You saw a video of a river of fish going down a sandy road. Yeah, we're making a little more headway or whatever progress tonight than we have been, huh? I didn't want to. Well, it's not that I didn't want to, but after reading the chronological order in I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks, whatever it was, that's a lot of reading out loud, right? And hey, it was getting really hard for me to keep up doing 5 lives every week. I was feeling pretty burnt out, and I guess to me it felt like you know, if I'm spending that time in the Word of God, it should be sufficient for me. But then Kenneth was like, and I assume you're filling your own cup too, right? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then later I thought about it, and I was like, not really, you know. So now it's been more like 3 times a week that I've been live. Yes, amen, Scott.
And Mommy,
Yes.
I want to tell you.
No, Weezy, no, ma'am. Oh, she's chewing on the charm I connected to my Bible. No, ma'am.
I want to tell you
She's
something.
stuck on my wrap.
Oh no.
Hang on. There. Okay.
I want to
All right. I need to keep my Bible in the drawer, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you something now.
Yeah.
Instead of making banana bread with the usual banana bread recipe, we said you make strawberry bread and apple bread by using the same recipe, just removing the bananas and using one of the fruits.
It doesn't work quite that way because they have different levels of moisture in them, and bananas actually act as a binder. You can actually substitute, if you don't have eggs, you can use bananas instead in recipes. I think you can do the same with applesauce, but it's a little bit different. I didn't like that last banana bread recipe, but there is apple bread, and I was wanting to take strawberry ice cream to make bread out of. You just use self-rising flour with ice cream, and it makes yummy strawberry bread. Doesn't that sound good?
Oh, what a coincidence! We have self-rising flour.
Yes, we do.
We need to buy ice cream.
We have ice cream.
Oh, we do have ice cream.
Mm-hmm. But remember we were going to make our flippy thing? Yeah.
Okay, cake.
Yeah. All right. So I'm reading 2 more chapters, okay? You maybe want to... Oh. I thought she might want to go out, but maybe not.
is like, what happened to you? Hello.
Okay. So Deuteronomy chapter 13. Also, if you guys miss a live or you want to listen when I'm not live, you can listen to the replays. I have them all broken up from chapters of the Bible. Also, the chronological ones, they're all in that. And this one is in the cover to cover as well. Okay. If a prophet or a dreamer of dreams arises among you and gives you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes true, concerning which he spoke to you, saying, let us walk after other gods whom you have not known, and let us serve them, you shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahweh your God is testing you to find out if you love Yahweh your God with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after Yahweh your God and fear him, and you shall keep his commandments, listen to his voice, serve him, and cling to him. But that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death because he has counseled rebellion against Yahweh your God, who brought you from the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of slavery, to drive you from the way in which Yahweh your God commanded you to walk. So you shall purge the evil from among you. If your brother, your mother's son, or your son or daughter, or the wife you cherish, or your friend who is as your own soul, entices you secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, whom neither you nor your fathers have known, of the gods of the peoples who are around you, near you or far from you, from one end of the earth to the other end, you shall not be willing to accept him or listen to him, and your eye shall not pity him, and you shall not spare him. Easy. Oh, your toy. Here, I'll throw it to the back. Oh, honey, are you okay? She didn't quite make it. It's over there by the pillow. I'm sorry. I'll get it. Don't worry. Here. Oh, there it is. I think there you go. She kicked off of the papers on my desk and slipped backwards and did not make it. Okay. You shall not be willing to accept him or listen to him, and your eye shall not pity him, and you shall not spare him or conceal him, but you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first against him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. So you shall stone him to death, because he has sought to drive you from Yahweh your God, who brought you out from the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. Thus all Israel will hear and be afraid, and will never again do such an evil thing among you. If you hear in one of your cities which Yahweh your God has given you to live in, anyone saying that some vile men have gone out from among you and have driven the inhabitants of their city astray, saying, let us go and serve other gods, whom you have not known, then you shall inquire and search out and ask thoroughly. Behold, if it is true and the matter is confirmed that this abomination has been done among you, you shall surely strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, devoting it to destruction, and all that is in it and its cattle with the edge of the sword. Then you shall gather all its spoil into the middle of its open square, and burn the city and all its spoil with fire as a whole burnt offering to Yahweh your God, and it shall be a ruin forever. It shall never be rebuilt. Now nothing from that which is devoted to destruction shall cling to your hand, in order that Yahweh may turn from his burning anger and grant compassion to you, and show compassion to you and make you multiply, just as he has sworn to your fathers, if you will listen to the voice of Yahweh your God, keeping all his commandments which I am commanding you today, and doing what is right in the sight of Yahweh your God. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 13. It would take 20 to 30 minutes just for uploading. What speed is your internet? Okay, I'm going to take a drink and then I will read this final chapter of Deuteronomy chapter 14. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight and hearing the word of God. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I have to straighten out these papers she kicked around here. I'm glad she didn't kick over my cup of water. What are you doing, baby? You didn't want to play with your toy anymore? Are you upset that Gammy is not in bed? Here. Yeah. Oh, really? We're having a fit. One more chapter, baby. And then you can go have the study with me and Kenneth. Okay. You are the sons of Yahweh your God. You shall not gash yourselves nor shave your forehead for the sake of the dead. For you are a holy people to Yahweh your God, and Yahweh has chosen you to be a people for his treasured possession out of all the peoples who are on the face of the earth. You shall not eat any abominable thing. These are the animals which you may eat: the ox, the sheep, the goat, the deer, the gazelle, the roebuck, the wild goat, the ibex, the antelope, and the mountain sheep. And any animal that divides the hoof and has the hoof split in two and chews the cud among the animals, that one you may eat. Nevertheless, you are not to eat of these among those which chew the cud, or among those that divide the hoof in two: the camel and the rabbit and the shaphan, for though they chew the cud, they do not divide the hoof. They are unclean for you. And the pig, because it divides the hoof, but does not chew the cud, it is unclean for you. You shall not eat any of their flesh, nor touch their carcasses. These you may eat of all that are in water. Anything that has fins and scales you may eat, but anything that does not have fins and scales you shall not eat. It is unclean for you. You may eat any clean bird, but these are the ones which you shall not eat: the eagle and the vulture and the buzzard, and the red kite, the falcon and the kite in their kinds, and every raven in its kind, and the ostrich, the owl, the gull, and the hawk in their kinds, the little owl, the great owl, the white owl, the pelican, the carrion vulture, the cormorant, the stork, and the heron in their kinds, and the hoopoe and the bat. And all the teeming life with wings are unclean to you. Excuse me. They shall not be eaten. You may eat any clean bird. You shall not eat anything which dies of itself. You may give it to the sojourner who is within your gates, so that he may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner. For you are a holy people to Yahweh your God. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. You shall surely tithe all the produce from what you sow, which comes out of the field every year, and you shall eat in the presence of Yahweh your God, at the place where he chooses for his name to dwell, the tithe of your grain, your new wine, your oil, and the firstborn of your herd and your flock, so that you may learn to fear Yahweh your God all your days. And if the distance is so great for you that you are not able to bring the tithe, since the place where Yahweh your God chooses to set his name is too far away from you, when Yahweh your God blesses you, then you shall exchange it for money, and bind the money in your hand, and go to the place which Yahweh your God chooses. And you may spend the money for whatever your heart desires, for oxen or sheep or wine or strong drink or whatever your heart desires. And there you shall eat in the presence of Yahweh your God, and be glad, you and your household. Also you shall not forsake the Levite who is within your gates, for he has no portion or inheritance among you. At the end of every 3rd year you shall bring out all the tithe of your produce in that year, and shall deposit it within your gates. And the Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance among you, and the sojourner, the orphan, and the widow who are within your gates, shall come and eat and be satisfied, in order that Yahweh your God may bless you in all the work of your hand which you do. And that was Deuteronomy chapter 14. And that is where I am going to end this live for tonight. Thank you again for being here with me, guys, and God bless you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to make some friends or have a community, please consider joining us over on Discord. The link is in the pinned comment. It is also in my channel description. God bless you. Sleep tight and dream sweet. Have a wonderful night and day tomorrow. Bye-bye.